This is the highlight of my week, man.
For real?
For real?
So a couple of news items first. Number one is I have applied basically or I'm on startplaying.games, which is a pro DM site. The way it works is it's very good for like DMs who want to schedule games. There's also like free games up there. It's better. I would say it's more organized. It's a site specifically designed to bring players and DMs together, not just probably a higher caliber of DM. Basically for DMs who want to do what kind of we're doing, meeting players over the internet and doing it. So what I'm probably going to do with my existing games, that includes you guys, is migrate you over to that system. Because that way it'll basically say it attaches you as players there. You'll have to sign up, but again, it'll just be free for our Mondays and Sunday games.
Oh,
what does that mean exactly?
Are we like abandoning Tailspire?
No. Basically, it's a scheduling platform, but how it helps me is it basically logs. It only says like how many games you run through that system. So, like for instance, like we've run a lot of games, and of course, we have the games up on YouTube and everything. But like their system is designed for it, so it just helps me out. And also, you can write reviews and things like that. It helps out Dungeon Masters, guys. That's basically it.
What is it called?
I will link it after the game.
Okay.
And it's just one of those things where I also post, like, I want to start running Curse of Strahd again. And for you, Ashley, I wouldn't mind actually doing Tomb of Annihilation. So this is stuff, and I talked with Steve about basically just running other games and stuff like that. It doesn't mean I don't want our game to really go anywhere, but it is what it is. Because I've wrote bunch of stuff up and I'm having fun. So that's kind of the only thing I was thinking about. Yeah, we lost Kanan. He might be back just because of scheduling, and he has a lot on his plate. He was a guy I picked up in a one-shot, and he was nice enough. I just tapped him on the shoulder, and he showed up, and so he was just kind of filling in, but he stuck around for a while, which was nice. Because he was a good player. He works third shift, though, so it's hard for him to wake up and show up, He's kind of like you, Steve. A lot of the scheduling conflicts.
It's okay.
But you're here, buddy. You look good.
I got my 60 minutes of sleep. Good.
Cool.
Same.
Well, do you guys have any questions, or are we just good to go to start?
I think we're good to start. I think, at this point, we all agreed that we're going to go to the pyramids, right?
Yeah.
So anyways.
Nice try, Dumby, but
Yeah.
you almost got me there. I was like, shit, yeah, let's go.
You guys are right outside the city of Husad. It is currently 8:32 at night. And you guys have made a trek from the ruins of Heathrow, a connected dunes that interscape the desert, the vast desert of Vagrax. The ruins of Heathrow are unnaturally made, and yet they still stand withered by time and erosion. You guys killed someone there, the queen maybe, of some long-forgotten empire. You've chopped off her head, put it in the bag of holding that Ulamar has, I guess, right? Is that what's going on? Ulamar made a bag of holding?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Could be like our other game where they took 3 sessions to get a bag of holding.
Oof.
Oy.
Fun times.
Fun.
Because they were trying to loot a vault, and they're like, we can't move all this. And so I was like, yeah, you can't. And they're like, well, we need.
What happens when you don't sell?
And so some shenanigans happened. They finally were able to get a bag of holding. So Ulamar is with you guys. He has a bag of holding, and you guys have stuck it into a box. You guys are approaching the vast gates of Husad. You guys cleared out, before that, you guys cleared out some kobolds for her. Found a tiara. You guys have gone up, got some loot now for sure. The city gates of Husad are busy. There's a wind that stirs throughout the night that blows up against the immense city gates. I've put out like this Tailspire map, which is pretty cool. It actually, somebody put minis in it too, which is pretty rare. It's just for flavor and just immersion.
Looks gorgeous.
If we need to actually put stuff down, I guess. You guys want to like go in the alleyway, or we actually do need to put the battle board down for any reason. I just put you randomly in the city.
It's Arabia.
It's so expansive.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything, or does anybody want to say anything before we start?
I don't think so. I think we're just looking for a place to crash for the night.
I was still deciding on what exactly was the plan here in terms of how we're getting in here.
Well, we're getting in. It's a city, right? I assume we can just walk right in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
You can just walk in. It's a city. I'm probably gonna lead the party to the nearest tavern. Or sleeping
that's fine
place.
by me. Yeah.
Hostel. Whatever.
Oh yeah, are you in need of a bodyguard?
Me with this flaming sword in need of a bodyguard.
Yes.
Sure. For why?
You have been in danger for a lot of times. There's more reason to why.
Oh, I got the finger. So,
Just out of curiosity, who's got the tattoo and who doesn't have the tattoo?
it's only Kanan now that has the tattoo.
Okay.
Oh, so we're. Oh,
That's
we're
me,
a
that's
perfect
me,
party.
Dumby. Kanan says.
And so, also, who has gold? Who has some, who has
That would
some
be
gold to
Casper.
spend?
He is the party treasurer.
Well,
He's
let's-
connecting to audio.
Yep.
Assuming-
Then he still got it.
Lately, Casper's been in his little hut, drawing his losery script. Who knows what he's doing?
Casper looks like a noble. He's written up some stuff to try to get into the city. Dumby, what do you look like?
What do you mean? I'm going to look like?
Are you just going in as is, like as Dumby,
Yeah.
the pirate?
just going in as like the regular pirate person I am? I'm just like
Kind of look like a
I
commoner.
Yeah, kind of like commoner, and just look like a very inconspicuous halfling, I guess.
The dust turns up as the dunes and the ever-growing sand pushes up against the giant walls of Husad. A pair of squat stone turrets flank the city gates, each riddled with murder holes. Monstrous guards, bugbearers, gnolls, and pitch-black-skinned orcs patrol the upper battlements, each garbed in leather armor, with an emblematic tabard of two hands clasping a globe bathed in red fire. The gates themselves stand unbarred, with a dozen guards overseeing the coming and goings. They search and question and observe all who enter. The gates themselves are heavy sandstone, riveted and banded with black iron, display the city's emblem in grand fashion. I will link you the emblem of the city.
Cool. So did the did the people of Husad refer to themselves as Husadis or Husadians or Husadinians, or what should we call them?
Make a history check.
People of Husad, I don't know. History check.
If you want
Who's
to know.
proficient?
I am a perfect Husadian. See, we're coming back to our city.
Yeah.
Sure.
Before we
Sure.
approach, I wanted to prestidigitate 3 of my copper coins to
Sure.
look gold.
Look like gold.
Okay.
He's already starting to mess with the economy.
Ah, shit.
I would like to create a magical cryptocurrency. No.
I'm having regrets.
So that lasts for an hour, I'm pretty sure, and I can do it to 3 objects. So
It lasts an hour.
we should create an
Okay.
illusory script.
So we have to find a tavern quite quickly to get rooms.
this is just to get us in the gate, man. Like,
Well,
We can just
people
walk
have
in.
been- People have been here
The city.
before, right? Among our characters,
Okay.
people have been here before. I mean, it's the first time I'm here, but everybody has also been here.
I
You've
think
been here,
it's the
right?
first time Min's been here.
I was here
Well,
once, and then I went out to sea, and now I'm back here.
You've
So-
been here though, so you would know the big taverns or the big shops or something like that, right?
No, I came here. We never went in. We went out to sea. I came back. I never went in.
Oh, okay. Can we do like a history roll or something to find out what's a good place to kind of hole up or something like that?
I think we can probably just look around at the biggest sign, usually.
Dumby, have
Well,
you ever
it's
been here?
60
Because you're
miles.
from Oran. You've never been to Husad, Dumby.
No, I've never been here. That's why I'm asking these these more experienced Husadians where we need to go.
The only one who probably could be from here is Casper, and I don't think he is.
I don't think it's from Husad.
Nah, I'm from Oran as well. I've done a lot of adventuring, but traveling, but I don't think I'd added Husad in that.
Yeah. So the Husadian dialect could be a little bit harsh, like Klingon or something,
Interesting.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Do I see any, like, when we're walking in, I assume we're just walking in. Do I see anything that is peeking out as more of like a tavern kind of thing?
You're not even in the
Loud,
city.
rowdy.
You're outside the gates of the city. The guards are
Okay.
searching everyone.
Oh, lovely.
Or
Yeah.
asking
No,
questions.
I don't
and
have
so forth.
shit on me, so
Yeah.
I got a sword.
And it's night,
That's it.
So
Oh, they could search us. I'll stick next to Casper. You're gonna make us look invisible, right?
no, we're gonna royalty our way in.
Okay. Shit. Gasper, lead the way. Damn.
I guess we could ask the guards where the taverns are, right?
I mean, I technically look like a guard because I'm armored, so I can just be at Casper's side. And just
Dumby,
act
what do
like
the
a
guards look like?
Bodyguard.
Sorry, what do the
What-
guards look like?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
They're like bugbears, they're like gnolls, and orcs with black skin.
They're big humanoids. Okay.
They wear tabards with a globe wreathed in frame surrounded by two
Those.
hands.
So basically, big cats and dogs, and a bunch of ugly people.
Oh gosh.
What do you guys do? You guys try to go through the gates?
Oh
Sure.
wait. Hold on.
Yep.
Who goes
put on my
first?
shirt real quick.
Yeah. But,
You put on
Yeah,
like a
as soon as
Durlap sack?
Yeah, as soon as I pass by the bugbear, I go meow. Meow.
Oh my gosh.
Who goes in first?
I'll do it.
I think we're following Casper because he looks like royalty,
I'll
so we'll
lead
be
the
part
way.
of his party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin Casper. Kanan and Ulmar tagging belong. Basai. Min is wearing the outfit of She's wearing
I'm
the.
wearing-
Yeah, I look like a pretty kick-ass bodyguard right now.
Are
I'm wearing my
you?
Siemens outfit.
So you're wearing. Min, you have to clarify since Ulmar is not here. Are you wearing the skull of as well?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So it's now studded leather +1. Correct?
Hell yeah.
Now he can always take the skull later and do whatever he wants to do with it, but then it just demotes
Yeah.
it or whatever, right?
Wait, I'm pretty sure I'm wearing
Something better?
chainmail already.
It's conspicuous.
Yep. He crafted you some studded leather +1. Do you want to wear chainmail
Gotcha.
instead, or
I mean, I like the look of it. If I could keep the look of it just like over my studded leather. Not
you want it
studded
more
leather,
like
my chainmail.
You want it more cosmetic?
Yeah, like a cosmetic look. Yeah.
Okay. You got a
Maybe
cosmetic look.
wrapping
Oh, for sure.
the chainmail, so I still
Sure.
have that.
Yeah. You wear it like clothing
Easy.
over it. You wear it like a bard, tabard, or clothing. As you guys approach the guards, there's like hodgepodge of like bugbears, orcs, and then you can see their eyes glint in the darkness as they can see all who come and go. As you guys are approaching, they seem to be stopping a few people, searching them. Do we continue?
Yeah.
I press on with confidence.
And Casper's the one leading the way.
Nobody can speak Goblin, right? Can somebody speak Goblin?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Filthy language. We don't need that.
Casper, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
No one needs to
Who-
learn.
Oh,
Goblin.
traveler! Who goes there?
Meow.
It's me and my partiers. Medicine and Husad, we have business here.
Yes, we have business here with Husad, with the Husadians.
What noble family are you from?
Noble.
I'm a part of the flip-flops. I'm surprised you haven't recognized me.
Yeah, we're businessmen. We
The
make
no-
sandals.
The gnoll like looks down at you. He says, "Is this one of your slaves?" He points over at Dumby.
Nope.
Stupid, he has no mark. Well, what about this one? He points over to Kanan.
That one there is my slave. The rest are associates of mine. They're either guards or my court.
I'm his business partner.
Do you want me to
He
roll?
makes sandals for the sand.
Dumby rolls.
I can roll.
Dumby rolls a deception roll as well.
Yeah, we call them surfers. Sand surfers.
Me over there standing with fucking
I
Ur
roll.
on my back.
I roll an 18 natural.
I rolled a 22 for deception.
Dumby
Ooh-wee.
says something, but what does Casper roll? 5. So Dumby kind of says something okay. I guess it's kind of like an advantage roll.
Yeah, I'm just going ahead and just telling the little story about our business.
Do
We're
I
selling-
intimidate
we're selling
them at all?
Sandals, right?
You want to try to intimidate him?
No, I just want to stand there looking menacing.
You do look. You
at
look
them.
pretty menacingly. Look, this one
Yeah,
has
you sh-
a crocodile outfit. They like notice it because they're used to skinning things. It's fresh.
Yep, skinned him myself.
It's fresh and it smells.
It's a
Anyway,
good fight too.
It's fresh.
um,
Wait a minute.
Zevin will remember this.
They're looking at it. They're like, didn't we get a report about that crocodile?
meow, roof, meow, roof.
It
Well,
attacked us.
crocodile.
It attacked our caravan, and we simply slayed the beast and thought we'd best take its hide.
Wouldn't
Mi-
want to let it go to waste.
So I'm going to ask each one of you, what do you guys look like? So Zevin has a burlap sack over his over his shirt because he usually walks around shirtless. But what do you look like now, Zevin? I'm asking Zevin.
Well, it's,
Dumby.
yeah. Well, I still. Oh. Okay. Well, yeah. It's like I still have my normal clothes, so I was like, I just grabbed it from my bag and just put on the normal shirt. So I was like,
Do you have any
"Alright."
symbols or sigils or anything like that on you?
I still have the banner that's still strapped to my arm. Other than that,
The banner?
yeah.
Yeah, your platoon was probably too far away from this type of war, so there's probably no way for them to know exactly who it is. Min, what do you look like besides wearing the body of Ur?
She's got some like tattered mail, kind of some cloth pieces around here for like a cape or whatever. She's got her hair primarily in a braid, but there's obviously blonde specks of it falling around her face because it's long as shit. Other than that, she's maybe got a couple old scars on her face that they can see, but everything else is primarily covered.
Gosh.
Dumby?
I'm just wearing common traveler's clothes. So whatever I wore on the boat previously, nothing special, nothing out of place, I guess.
Yeah, you have some weapons, but that's not super unusual, I guess. And then what is Flip-Flop looks like royalty, dressed in fine clothes, right?
Yeah, I've got the like my robes. I've like prestidigitated them so they're nice and clean. I've got this tiara on. I'm using my staff as like half a walking cane sort of thing. And I imagine my familiar Flapjack, is probably resting on like Zevin's shoulder so it's sort of away from me.
You know what we forgot? We should have, we were talking about your family doing flip-flops as in sandals, right? So we could have just made a bunch of sandals or something, right? Just as samples or something to pretend we're businessmen.
The Knoll says, looks over to Dumby, says, "Quiet, peasant," because you look like a peasant, as they were talking to Flip-Flop. Flip-Flop.
Look, if it speeds us along,
I'm
how
a
about some
peasant.
gold
You're a
to just
peasant.
get us into the city?
We're all peasants.
The gnoll looks over at Flip Flop and says, "Are you part of the Iron Links?"
I've had dealings with them. I've yet to come to terms yet.
So no.
Well, why do you think I'm here in the city?
You tell me.
For that exact purpose. I know you're simply doing your job. Now let us pass.
Well, why do you have a slave with the mark of the guild?
And that seems like my...
Go get the seer! They say, you're being detained. The guards all kind of like, they're fussle up a little bit as something appears to be going wrong. What do you guys
I'm gonna put up my arm and grab the hilt of my sword and say, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Just let us pass.
You want to intimidate him?
Yeah.
I would like to
roll an intimidation roll.
Big crocodile.
Hey,
big crocodile shit.
As the dogs and cats are rattling about, can I sort of slink my way in?
That's a 7. I don't do shit.
Dumby roll stealth roll against the perception of the guards.
Yeah, I'm gonna slink my way in. Where's my stealth?
I'm going to pull up a gnoll creature to kind of counter the roll.
Oh, 30!
Natural 20.
20.
Dumby, shut the fuck up. What the hell?
You guys just look around like Dumby's gone.
Oh my god.
And you guys see on the other side of the gate, like Dumby is just like... So Dumby is... The Dumbies have gotten distracted talking about Kanan's marking.
How do you do, Husadian? How do you do, Husadian?
We'll get to Dumby in a second as he's through the gate. They go get a seer. We're waiting around. What did Min roll for intimidation? 7? I rolled a 10 to counter you. So they are unintimidated by you. Stay your weapon.
Let us pass. We're just here for business.
This is guild business now.
How?
I'm going to produce the letter of royalty, the patent, and I'm going to be like, you don't want to mess with us. Simply take the gold I've offered you and let us pass.
It's not under our jurisdiction anymore. Do you not understand as a noble?
I do, but I'm also telling you, as a noble, to let us pass. We'll go deal with the guild. We have business here. That's why we're here, you buffoon.
You can make an intimidation roll or a deception roll, your choice.
Should have just made a stealth roll like me.
I guess this is like versus their charisma or something.
13.
Yeah.
I roll a natural. I don't roll a natural one. I roll a dirty one. So they're a little intimidated. They're like, "Let me see that," and they look over the paper and they make an investigation roll against the letter now, as they're a little freaked out by it, I guess. I'll just add like a modifier to the roll. All checks out, boss. They hand the letter back to you. What does the letter talk about?
Talks about
Like, give it a minute.
selling canning.
We'll just mute him for now. I'm assuming it checks out, and you guys hear some hubbub. They're like, but they have a slave with the guild of the mark of the guild. It doesn't make any sense. Do they own a slave of the guild and it hasn't been passed? The guards are talking amongst themselves. Should we let the noble through? This doesn't make any sense. I'll make one final roll. Just a d20 roll. If I roll a 10 or higher, they're unfazed. Not wanting to face the wrath of the merchant guild. If I roll a 10 or lower, they let you pass.
Maybe I'll give the bountiful luck to bugbears.
I roll a 18. This is guild orders. No one can pass with the mark of the guild. Leave your slave here. Wait a minute. Isn't that the slave that killed the innkeeper south of here? She's wearing them.
Wait, what?
What?
Eh?
This one attacked us.
Yes.
Like farther away.
I feel like
the
you
gnoll,
got your info confused.
the gnoll comes up to you and it's like, slave catches. Is that why you have this one?
Yeah.
Let's pay her the money. Pay the bounty. Go get the chest.
We get to keep him though, right? He's been actually very handy.
Crafting this wasn't cheap either.
Yeah.
Okay. That is not how it works. You have to make a deception roll as you're kind of like we have to keep the slave or whatever.
Or we'll just talk to the merchant guild. Take it off your hands easily. We'll just return him to them.
I kind of want payment first.
Yeah,
all this
no,
hard
we're
work.
taking the payment. Yeah, we're taking the payment.
You feel like they bring out like a chest, and you hear like the clanking of gold, and they say, "It's not enough here." And they say, "Well, then write him a fucking note or wait for the seer." Do you wish to wait for the seer to collect your payment?
We'll just take what you have and go see
Right.
the guild here.
We'll take an NFT.
Min rolls 2d20 then.
A 2d20.
D20.
Boop, boop. That's 15 and a 12.
27 gold is all they have here.
Awesome.
They're not taking the 200 gold. Fuck it. They say. You take 27 gold. Apparently they were going to... It's $100. There's a $100 bounty on her for killing the innkeep. Wait a minute. Is this the other one? I'd make one final roll since Kanan isn't disguised. Right?
But we told him he's a slave.
And you're trying to capture him, and you're trying to take him to...
We're trying to bring him... We're saying we're trying to bring him to the... We'll bring him to the... Whatever the hell, the guild.
Okay, this is the last roll then.
Okay.
As you guys are getting through the gates. So basically, Min has taken the 27 gold, and they're really convinced that Kanan is there, but you get to roll basically a stealth roll or one final... Did you already roll a deception roll again? No, you did not. Roll one
No.
final deception roll, Min.
Boop. 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pass through. They say, take that one to the guild.
Thank you, Captain.
You can roll an insight roll if you want, or anybody can.
Sure. 14.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Basically, Kanan having the mark of the Slavers Guild, there's just more to it, and there could be more issues with it. But for now, he's with you through the gates. He's like, thanks, Min.
Yeah, we'll get you through here.
Yeah, I'm not rolling insight.
Just not about
yeah,
that.
no.
Yeah, I got a wisdom of -3. It's alright.
That was handled more or less okay.
Hey,
Now
what-
let's go
what-
get a room
what-
and a drink.
What took you so long? I was talking to this Husadian here, this Husadian there, that Husadian over there, and they told
Not
me
all of us can sneak through. You see this big heavy
They-
ass armor I'm wearing?
They told me the best
Can't sneak
tavern
through.
is outside of Husad, and we killed him.
Yeah,
Like,
I figured.
I'm not even wearing armor. Yet I have two big weapons in my behind me. I'm not moving that much.
Sorry. You're lugging around armor.
No, he has like only his weapons, but he's like shirtless.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have my standard shirt.
Is it very hot here in Husad?
I imagine it's a desert.
At night, it gets cooler, Dumby, but there's like creatures, a lot of men moving around, voices. It's like a city that doesn't sleep very much. It's a huge city. Tiers of walls, like 3 layers of walls. You're only about a few feet tall, so you have to look very far back up. And the sprawl, I'll read the description to you, Dumby. The sprawling walled city stands nearly a half mile in height, its tallest towers breaching the sky. from its lowest gutters to its highest spires. The city bustles with life, thousands of souls, living and working, coming and going. Streets and alleys form maddening labyrinths of paths between the tightly clustered buildings, while the skyborne bridges span the looming towers and soaring parapets.
Whoa. It's like the sky's upside down.
As he's looking up, I just kick him to the floor.
Just like move him over.
Oh, wait a minute. No. I got super acrobatics. I can avoid that. I have an uncanny dash.
You're just like looking
See you
around
later.
and you just do a cartwheel over.
Yep. You won't get me. I'm like the Roadrunner, man. You're never gonna get me.
At some point, just
Beep.
keep watching your back.
Beep. I'm also lucky, remember?
So just by looking around, do I see any signs that stand out as for inns?
You ask some of
That's the local.
some of like the locals, and you get some directions.
Yeah. I've asked a local already.
You are in
Yeah,
the wrong area. Most of the inns were done by the port.
Thank you.
Alright.
Let's head there then.
Oh,
All right,
hold on. When you say by the port, you mean like near water?
Of course.
Oh, God.
You look east, Dunby, and there's like the sea.
Can we go to something that's a little bit farther away from water? A little bit closer to the desert?
I already know where this is going.
Of course. It gives you directions to a few different places. One near the
Okay.
port side and one not.
Hey, let's not go to the port.
I think we need to go to the port.
Why? Because they're unloading slaves there. Don't go to the port.
When we go to the port, there's ships. We can get out here faster. I don't really feel like trekking across the desert again.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I like we've got the sand surfers that Flip Flop and I made. We can use the sandals. We'll just kind of slide through the sand.
I think the port's gonna be the best bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's head to the port. I
Okay,
imagine not a lot of shops are open because it's like 8:30.
It's late.
8:30 p.m. 8
Yeah.
p.m. Right? No, the taverns serve beer. They're open all night.
Well, right, but we're getting like rooms and stuff. But we're like, if we're passing anything, we're not gonna like the shops are closed and stuff. So we'll have to wait to shop till in the
So
morning.
So we're gonna pick the seediest tavern, or are we gonna pick a slightly clean tavern?
We're gonna pick the cleaner one.
Hold on.
What?
This is why you have me here. Okay? Like, when it comes to taverns and junk, you come to me.
Why is that, Seven?
Okay,
Please tell us.
I'm
Please
gonna
tell us-
continue walking to the tavern that I think is gonna be the best.
Please tell us
Wow.
in your ultimate infinite wisdom why you're the tavern guy.
Easy. Because, as someone who's actually been from tavern to tavern most of my time, anyone wouldn't know is that the cleanest tavern has the worst type of food and the worst type of ale. But the dirtiest tavern, it has experience, it has history. That's where you get the good stuff.
Yeah, but I want a good bed, so we're going to the cleaner one.
So
We're trying to pass off as royalty here. We're not going to the dirtiest, filthy shithole in town.
Yeah, no, they probably don't have good alcohol either. So let's go to the
my
good one.
Gosh, you and your standards, fine.
Listen, I fought a lot of battles. I slept in a lot of holes. I'm not doing that again.
Are we sharing rooms? Or are we just doing separate rooms?
I rather have.
There's how
my
many of
own.
us? 6? You can do 2
Uh,
a room.
Let's see here.
That might be too many rooms.
Dunby.
I mean, Dunby and I can make up the size of one, so we'll just share a room, I suppose.
I'll just
You can share a
guard Min's
bed.
till-
You can share a literal bed.
I'll just guard Min's room
No,
from outside.
I like sleeping on the floor, so I'm good. I like the floor. The floor is nice.
So crazy. Alright.
So anyway, I guess we picked the cleanest.
The
tavern,
cleanest
sorry.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
the
don't
name?
think there's any clean taverns by the port, but all right.
Who wants to name the inn?
Yeah.
I would call it the Riverside, but
Well, I have a list of 100 names here, but I don't want to call them out.
I'd call it the Liquid Genie, but, you know.
The Liquid Genie?
Oh, that's good because it is Husad. So
Yeah. All right.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but-
the Liquid Genie. Yeah, that
I'm
I'll
sounds
good
good.
for that.
I was thinking more like the water rat, but it's okay.
That's the seedy one. That's the seedy one.
Dumby rolls a d20. If it's greater than a 15, there's a bar fight.
It's greater than 15.
Cool. Hold on, D20. Where are we?
At the nice one?
At the nice one.
Oh boy.
Let's buy the
I
dots.
feel like even the nicest
A natural one.
No bar
I
fight.
have a question.
Everything's up and up, Dumby.
No, I have a question. Because the halfling has luck, right? They automatically reroll the one, right? So can I reroll the one? See if there's a fight?
It's only if it's a skill check, ability, attack, or saving throw.
I know, I'm just kidding.
He really wants that bar fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to see a bar fight. I could bet on it. We could bet on it.
I think, yeah,
Seven
I
and I
think we
could
can
bet
make a
on
bit
it.
of gold. Zevin, you're going to make us a bit of gold tonight, mate.
Bruh, no.
So how many rooms do we need? We need 3 rooms. 2 people a room.
It looks like Min's going to pay for it. Are you going to pay
I
for
got
it?
the 27 gold. Is that going to be enough for 3 rooms? Because it is the nicer.
We can shake them down.
Sure.
Shake them down.
We're not going to get thrown out.
Also, we're trying to be discreet here.
Yeah?
I like the shakedown part.
Do you not remember what I did for the tavern owner in the middle of the desert?
Oh god.
yeah.
Oh god.
No, no.
Yeah, I mean,
Not this shit again.
If it wasn't for
The problem,
Kanan, if it wasn't for
Casper,
Kanan trying to kill him,
is that was the
fine.
middle of the desert.
Right?
This is not. There's a
With
lot
no
of
one
people around
around.
here.
I understand that you're looking to be discreet, but if we make a little bit of a name of ourselves, a rumor of the legends of the Seal of the Sea, our royal party coming through here, we might be
I'm
able
walking
to...
around with a crocodile on my back.
Exactly, that's going to draw attention. Like,
This is
many
already
people
almost
do that.
breaking discreet.
That is the most indiscreet thing ever.
that's what I mean. So, we make a little bit of a name for ourselves.
Yes. We need a bard. We should hire a bard to write a little song.
Wait, is that not you? No.
No.
No, I'm not.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought you were a bard.
He was
I-
gone.
We
He's been gone
Winky
for
back.
so. Yeah, he's been
I
gone
think-
for so long. I don't even know if he's still a part of this anymore.
I think my
He's in the
performance.
bag somewhere. It's fine.
He's
I've
just
heard
been
of
living
this
there.
guy named Winky. He used to write songs. I met him once or twice on my travels, but I haven't seen him in many years.
Okay. Well, we should have bet on the far bar fight, but we can't do that anymore. So
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so where's the innkeeper?
the name
Wanna
of
walk in?
we walk into the liquid genie.
My name is Hasim. How may I help you? As you walk up to the counter, it's like everything's like on the up and up, Dumby. Not even a peep.
We
No
are
action, nothing.
Boring.
We are looking for
rather
3
fine
rooms.
establishment.
2.
3. Because 2 of us do a room, we have 6 of us.
That's
Math.
1 silver apiece.
Sure. I have, how many golds would you like?
You look
Was it silver to
around.
gold?
You look around, man.
10,
There's
10
like
10 silver.
you look around, man. There's like creatures of all different kinds here. So like even though you are wearing an alligator skin, like you've seen gnolls and orcs and things walk around part of the city guard. The population of the city is human and elf, but they're all kinds of like fantastical creatures that walk about Husad. It's a place like you've never been or seen before, not like an Orin.
Okay.
I
I'm
try
gonna
to-
slide 3 gold pieces to her.
Oh
Try
my!
to speak.
3 of the
I-
genuine gold pieces, Casper.
Yeah. I
It's
try
the
to speak.
genuine ones.
Well, it's 10 silver to a gold, so you should know that anyway.
Yeah,
Don't hold
yeah,
it
I'm
there.
still gonna hand her 3, so...
Do you want them for the week?
I'm...
Our food, our beverage.
Will you be
I'll
staying a
leave-
while?
Well, let's start with tonight. I just want to make sure we have all of our food, and they're probably gonna have some ale and...
What would you like to drink there, sir? She looks over at Zevin.
For once, I actually don't want ale.
Ah, well, what suits you?
Do you have anything sweet?
You want some honey with water?
Good one. I like that.
Sweeter?
Give him the hardest thing you got. He'll be fine.
Do you have mead by any chance?
Of course.
Oh, we'll take some mead then, Devin.
Close
I
enough.
go up to a bugbear and say, "Hey, my dwarf friend there says you're a little cat."
Oh god. Dummy's out here starting fights. Can I
Yeah.
just
Do you want? Who wants? She pours flip flop mug of ale, and she says, "This was on the house, milady."
Her?
Thank you.
I'm no lady.
She was looking at
Talking to
men.
me.
Dang.
Ah,
Paid for
could
her drink.
appreciated.
You could
Do
illusion
you by
yourself
any
into a
chance
woman.
have
She hands you room keys. She hands you 3 room keys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I do sleight of hand to switch them around, just to screw people?
I'm gonna just hand him
Yes,
the
you do.
dummy anyways and let him play around with it. I'm gonna ask her one more thing, like if she has a book room or a library of some sorts. Being that this is such a fine establishment.
Do you have a map?
We do not. We are not that fine, milady. We do not carry the books. You will have to go down to the scribes tomorrow.
Do you have a map of the
Noted.
city?
Thank you.
Do you have a map of the city?
I'm pretty sure you can walk
we
around.
don't
But...
have a map for the city. Sorry, I mean, I'll tell you where you need to go. Or you can get the
Okay.
cab in the morning.
A cab. What sort of cabs do you have?
What is a
Griffins?
cat?
Hippogriffs?
Horses.
Centaurs?
That's
Camels,
camels.
probably. Yeah, camels.
Yeah.
We're in the desert, guys.
Oh, boring. I was looking forward to riding a centaur. That's right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna nod at her, probably order some food, and then head right up to the room to
Crash out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You have my key?
meditate, pray.
Yeah, man,
fun stuff.
I was saying 2, considering the fact that 3 people can be in one, 2 people can be in the other, and I'll just be literally outside.
Nah,
in
2
one
people
room.
a room. We're not gonna squish them all in one room.
Hey, Min, I think you have my key.
Sure. Whip.
Where do you guys? So, are we just going to bed for the night, or what's the plan? Does anybody
Yeah,
else want to
go
do
to bed.
anything? Min goes and crashes. Zevin, what are you doing?
I want to see if anyone in the bar wants to try out this dragon chest set that I got.
You want to play some dragon chess for like money or just for fun?
Yeah, money. I'm in it to win it.
Do you think I should pick some pockets? That sounds good.
I'm
Nay.
with you on that one, Dundee.
Oh, fuck.
What do you want to do? Flip flop?
I'm gonna strike up conversation with like a group of people so Dundee can pick their pockets.
Oh my god.
Good God. Great way of getting us throughout.
Go ahead. You're striking up conversations. You're like casting the magic, like you're using like the eyes and stuff like that. You're casting like
Yeah,
kind of like minor charm on these guys. Dumby rolls a sleight of hand roll.
Can I
Oh,
do
God.
with that with advantage, or is that just with normal?
You just roll it up and we'll see where it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have sight.
Can I'll give him advantage because I'm proficient.
We have sight.
I got 16 anyway, so
Roll a d4.
D4. Sorry, I gotta find this dice all of a sudden.
What, Dumby? Be prepared. I'm kidding.
4.
You find 4 cop.
40
You,
gold.
you steal the sack off somebody. They have 4 copper in their pouch.
It's copper.
Oh, well,
Let's
this
give
is-
for
I
pickpocketing.
give it back.
You
You
Well,
drop this.
You give it back to him. How do you give it back? So
I mean, I use sleight of hand to put it back in.
you just like tie it back to the thing. Cute.
Yeah.
Make another sleight of hand roll
oh, that's bad.
with advantage.
Again, I'll do it. I'll give him
Well,
advantage.
because Casper's like trying to talk him off.
Huh? Casper's trying to talk
But,
me
like-
off.
God.
Don't roll a 2,
My
buddy.
bodyguard
Oh.
can kill crocodiles and mammoths.
12?
and-
Yeah.
Sorry, 19. Is that right? 12.
No, you have +7. You rolled a 2 and a 5.
Ooh.
You beat me by 1.
Oh,
He looks down at his satchel. He's like, "Oh, I thought I felt something."
Oh, it was nothing, my friend. I was just admiring your pants. As a
Your-
fellow Husadian.
Your friend here has much to talk about in his travels.
Your pants are so colorful. And we thought that would fit well with our sandals from Flip Flop. Just we make sandals that slide through the sand, right?
Yes, exactly.
Sandals.
Zevin, you want to play someone for money?
Yes.
Okay, I think how it works is basically you get a proficiency bonus with your thing. I roll a d20, and you have to beat me in a d20. As you see Zevin across the bar, he's just kind of more in a chill mood tonight. Not really getting shit-faced drunk like he always is, but he's not talking with a southern accent either.
Well, Seven's going to lose money, so that's good.
He's playing with an elf that appears to be from the Isles of Italos.
I can help you cheat. Do you want me to help you cheat?
Roll a d20, Zevin. Dumby is too busy picking pockets right now.
Does that elf have any knowledge about what's going on? Because that's where Lice is.
Well, you're up in the room sleeping.
No, I know, but like, is he telling stories about how shitty it is now?
You said a D20.
He's not saying anything. He's just playing with Zevin for now.
Damn it.
He's about to scalp Zevin out of lots of money. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
What am I rolling?
You roll a d20 with your proficiency roll. Just roll a d20, buddy.
All right.
Bountiful luck.
Or I will roll for you.
That is an
Yeah, so
18.
you barely win. You get down to like the last few pieces on the thing. It wasn't like a shellacking. He's like, where did you learn this?
Oh, home. As I'm holding my bloodlust a little bit.
And where's home for you? He like starts to put the pieces back.
Down by the mountains. There was an empire. Very grand empire.
Apparently there's some Durgar that lives south, but you're not Durgarian.
No, I'm not.
Shall we play another game?
Sure.
Dumby, what do you want to do?
Man, he's baiting you. He's making you play. He's gonna double or nothing and just kill you. That's all right.
Roll another d20, Zevin.
All right.
I'll go look at the game. I'll just watch the game for a little while.
So what do you think about the Genie King?
Oh gosh.
I think he's a great king because he's king of the genies.
Zevin rolls a natural 1. Oh. Shall we play one last one, best of 3?
Sure.
Oh, wait a minute! I got bountiful luck. I was sending a bountiful luck. He gets.
That is true.
That,
he gets to re-roll that.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I'm helping you.
Dumby notices like a piece that as before he's like about to set the piece. He's like, "Oh, that's right. I didn't checkmate you."
Still did not help.
Oh
man!
And Zevin corrects the mistake as Dumby points it out, and he's like, "Oh, drat! Will you be quiet? This isn't your game," he says to Dumby.
I agree, but this is so fascinating to me. It's not boring at all. I love these kind of games.
Best of 3?
Best of 3.
You should bet some money. Have you
We
made
are.
money?
We are. He's lost 2 silver right now.
Okay.
Bruh.
How about 20 gold? Let's bet 20 gold. What do you think?
Oh shit.
Please be quiet.
You rolled a 9 there, but your proficiency bonus is what, +3?
Yeah.
So you beat me by 1.
Oh god.
He's like, the game is kind of intense, Dumby. It seems kind of boring as the pieces move across. And of course, Zevin is able to checkmate. It comes down to the very end. It's very close. It's like, oh, I thought I had learned how to beat you. They say the dwarves are always crafty ones.
We learn new things every day.
Well,
I don't think
Thank
crafty
you.
is the word I would use.
Enjoy your time here.
well, come by again and maybe I'll get you a drink, friend.
Appreciate that.
Good luck. He takes off. What do you guys do?
I'm holding back the urge to throw a hand axe. I'm holding it back so bad.
I mage hand. Can I do it with like stealth? So I don't know if you want me to write.
You should
sleight of
check your
hand or
pouch.
something. But to grab like a mug and pour it over someone and from the other side of the room.
You want to just like play a practical joke? Make a sleight of hand roll, right?
Woohoo! Yeah.
Yeah, over there. Over there, Casper.
I'm like the biggest bugbear there is.
A big
Oh,
bugbear.
God.
Big
Meow.
bugbear.
You feel
That
like
is that's a 21.
yeah.
Oh.
I rolled a natural one. So
So
the bugbear, you see
Even
this
better.
you see this mug get like picked up. The hand like slowly moves over with the ale. It's like foaming over. It's like jostling out, spilling onto the ground, and just dumps right onto the bugbear. It's like, God damn it! And he like turns around. There's some other guy there. He's like, "Watch where the fuck you're going!"
And I yell out, "Yeah, mate, why would you tip that good ale on this fine gentleman?"
Maybe
That's right.
Can we like throw voices? Like, we could start a fight. Like,
Isn't that
Yeah,
prestidigitator?
you stupid butt.
I can,
That
I
is.
can minor illusion a voice, like all minor illusion voices.
Yeah,
like,
let's throw voices of like
You're an
we say-
ugly bastard, and then another one that's
From
like,
the other side of the room.
that's what your mum said. Like just,
Yeah. You tell the bugbears meow. You tell the nose rough. Rough. Meow meow.
what's the point of coming to the clean tavern if we're just gonna make
The
it
barkeep, I see him
I
says,
wanted to go to
"Please,
bed."
please don't cast any magic, please."
Huh?
ah shit.
What magic?
Your
I
friends.
apologize.
She goes back to like helping other customers. Are we going to bed, guys, or are we still gonna do some more yolks?
Why did
oh,
you?
yeah.
Yolks.
I think
Why did
that's
you-
it then.
Oh,
why
yeah,
did
how
you want
much
to? Why did
did
you
I
want
get
to kill
from
I
the
don't
elf?
want to. I don't want to piss off the barkeep.
Oh yeah, how
Did
much
you
did
know-
I get from this?
Did the elf
I said
take
3
your
silver.
3 silver? Nice.
It wasn't worth it.
Kanan, he comes up to Casper and Sleepy Dumpy Deet, and he says, may I have a moment, gentlemen?
Of course.
Sure.
He's just
Wait,
been
so
kind
all
of like
three of
drinking.
us or just them two?
He goes up to them because you're like counting your coin, I guess. But he's like, you two there?
The map. You have the map, right?
No, I don't. I gave it to you yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Stop smoking so much, Dumby. Here, come take a seat.
I'll sit down with him.
You guys, I wanted to let you know when we were back at the Kobold Den, the shaman showed me a vision. Remember?
Of course.
My son is being held at the arena in Stormbrook. And I know that Dumby wants to go to the pyramid, but I want to go save my son. And
Where's
there's,
the arena?
My friend.
you know,
Where's this arena?
it's in Stormbrook. Dumby, stop smoking. You're just going to forget anyways. So I don't know if this is where we've made it to Husad and appear to be free. I'll try to get this thing removed. I'm sure I just need some gold, and I got that now. So, is this farewell, or shall we go to Stormbrook together?
Look, my friend.
How far is Stonebrook?
It's in Oran. It's what was it 7 days travel by sea or something?
Yeah, I'll
like
hitch.
a week's travel.
I'll work as a deckhand just to stay under cover, so I can get into the city
so we're
without
going-
raising alarms.
So we're going back to the ocean? We're going back on the water? Cool.
Well, I need to go to Samarkand myself. I understand the priorities of a parent all too well. My daughter may be there, and I don't know what state she's in. I haven't seen her in many years.
Guess all our missing family members.
Samarkand. The guy hears you talk about it. Didn't you hear that shithole's been turned to rubble?
Doesn't bother me, friend. I'm still going.
Man, good luck.
Why was it turned to rubble, friend?
You
Who
talked
said-
like just like another guy was like eavesdropping as he walked by and kind of heard you.
Yeah, so...
So you go, Dumby.
Husadian, tell Husadian, why was it turned to rubble? Why did it turn to rubble?
What? He takes a drink. He's like, "What's the matter to you?"
Because just an interesting story, and you look like you want to talk.
Well, apparently Rizu has conquered Samarkand. He's looted the whole place and turned it into a pile of rubble.
So Rizu is your mother-in-law? I'm a little confused.
Shh, shut the fuck up, man. He says. And Kanan's like, you see what I mean? I don't know if we should travel together. Dumby's just gonna get me into trouble.
I understand you're trying to do what's right for your family. Look, if we meet further down the path, then we'll meet further down the path.
You know I'll be. I have to save my kid.
Mine too.
So his out of character. His city is the opposite direction from Samarkand. I mean, what are they?
So Samarkand is up north.
Yeah, Samarkand's on this continent, whereas Stormbrook's on Orin, which is a
Right, different continent, right? Different
Yeah.
continents. So we have to go. I don't know if we're going opposite, but we have to definitely get off the continent, right?
Dumby, I thought you were a fucking captain.
No, I'm a general. I'm a landlocked general.
A landlocked general.
I'm gonna go say goodbye to Min then, I guess. Flip Flop, it was a pleasure meeting you. He gets up and tries to give you a hug.
Don't kill him.
I reach up.
Yeah, he's on like a knee, you know, like giving you a hug.
Yeah.
He's like, you too, friend. And he gives Zevin a hug too. Does Zevin give him a hug?
Sure, why not?
And he sticks out his hand for Dumby. He's like,
I give him two hands.
he kind of holds your hands kind of awkwardly. He's like, he comes in and whispers something in Dumby's ears. It's like, we murder hobos have to stick together.
Oh god.
He releases Dumby's hand. He says, I'll be back. And he goes up the sake to me. Talk to me.
As he's walking like up the stairs, I'll be like, just a piece of advice: don't shoot first.
I was like,
He grunts.
Don't shoot first. All right.
Yeah,
I
just
wish
stab
to
him
ask
and then,
Dunby
stab him and then
something.
shoot him.
Do you guys do anything, or are we going to bed?
I wish to
I
ask
don't
Dunby
know.
to do
I'll head to
something
bed.
for me.
Okay, what do you need? I'll do anything for you, Seven. I like you a lot.
Good, then you can poison that guy who I was just playing with.
Why would you want to poison him? Did he pick your pocket?
I just don't have good memories with elves.
I thought he left already. Was he even in the tavern?
Dumby looks around. He's like not even around.
Bitch, where?
You want me to track him down or something, like a bounty hunter? You to pay me a bounty?
I'll
Our
give
tracker just left.
I'll give you 3 silver.
Oh, that's not worth my time, man. I'll have an easier time picking your pocket.
Love that.
This is why you can't get good help these days.
Okay.
Kanan knocks on Min's door.
Sure, I'll just get up and I'll open it.
You answer?
Mm-hmm.
He like kind of looks down and he's like, I just wanted to let you know that it's been a pleasure working with you, but I have to go find my son. And traveling around with you guys is kind of dangerous.
Traveling around anywhere is dangerous, but let me give you something that might help. I'm gonna take I have two scroll of protection. I'm just gonna like hand it to him. Probably gonna need it more than I do.
I'm sorry, man. Let me take a
Protection
look.
from what?
What's the protection do?
It just works against a specific type of creature.
Yeah, but do you know which type of
Determined
creature?
randomly by a D100.
We didn't identify it. Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. That's why. That's why it's in here. A scroll of protection.
But you just told me that it's
Protection
not a
from what?
You didn't know what a protection from what.
It's.
I didn't
just-
tell you?
Well, it says you roll a D100, and then it's by.
I'm
Like,
going to say it's
1 to 10 is
protection from
apparitions.
plants.
Protection from. It's just a scroll of protection. I have no
I will
idea.
say protection from plants. He's like, man, I don't want to be rude to say I really appreciate this, but I can't use this magic. He hands it back to you.
All right.
but
I need it.
I need to go across the sea to find my son, so I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
good luck.
Our hashish
You
plants.
too.
He shuts the door, or he leaves.
Okay.
Min
Yeah, back
seems
down to
up-
praying. Alright.
We need
Okay,
a
let's,
scroll of protection from hashish plants.
let's go to Min real quick. Min has been praying. What are you praying to, Min? Or who are you praying to?
Honestly, any god at this point.
Any god that answers?
Yeah.
Roll a d20. If you roll between a 5 and 15, then gods are silent. Roll a 15 or higher, a good god speaks to you. So
Well,
no
it's 8, so no one talks to me.
silence. Are we going to bed, guys, or what's the plan?
Yep.
I'm gonna like tuck the lamp under the pillow, in the room, and what? What? And I'm gonna use the bottled respite to go into the lamp to talk to the genie before I go to bed.
Oh, that lamp. I was like, you're just gonna
That
pick up a
lamp.
fucking lamp and put it under the pillow? What?
Right.
It's like
What?
it's this ritual I have whenever I go to a tavern, like, you know.
So, like, I have to put a pillow above a lamp or else, like, I can't sleep. You know, the
Roll
demons.
Roll for insight.
But unless Dunby's in the room, I'm trying to do this on my own before anyone.
You're doing it on your own.
Yeah.
You go in. She's like, what took you so long? What's all that noise?
We're in a tavern. We've been busy.
I told you to be careful when we came to Husad.
Of course, we're being careful. You're in a hidden place.
The genies are always looking out for one another. And Rizu is not kind to genies like us.
I know, but the last you told me, Rizu was in Samarkand, and that's what I'm here for. I need you to see if you can tell me any more information about Samarkand.
I can't tell anything. You have to go find out for yourself.
I see.
That's all I heard. At least that's what Elric and I were finding out. Before he died in the shipwreck.
I understand. I just wanted to see if you had any more information on me, for me.
No, we've been traveling for the last day and we just came here. Aren't you tired?
I'm a bit tired. I'm about to rest.
Well, why don't you come over here and let me give you a nice massage? She looks like a halfling. Right? Her skin is blue, her ears are pointed and tall. She wears like the baggy pants and she's like, why
This
does...
is Vart.
I suppose it's been a stressful few weeks, and I'll go sit in front of her.
That's right. Why don't you... you guys... Why don't you just lay back and tell me about all your problems? And she like just starts massaging you. Zevin, do you go to bed?
Yeah, I'm outside of Min's room, guarding it.
Just like laying down in the hallway?
Yeah, soldiers don't need beds. We find it unpleasant.
Dumby, what are you doing? You sleeping in a nice little bed? You're muted.
I laugh at Seven sleeping on the floor of the hallway. Then I go into my room.
Hey, I have my sword right here. I just have it literally pressed right here, just waiting.
You guys have a very good night's sleep. And I will push the time forward. Just gonna turn the music here. It's morning now, the next day. Let me pull the time forward. You guys want to wake up at 7 a.m.?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Do we get the
You guys get-
HP? Yeah.
Yes, you do. Everybody rolls a d8 and gets, or basically they're one hit dice, and they get that as a bonus temp HP as you guys are resting in the inn in town. Essentially, nobody's
I-
on guard or anything like that.
Am I able to roll a d8 being half warlock now, or because
Yes.
otherwise it'd be a d6?
You can
Yes,
choose.
sweet.
Right.
Cool. That's cool.
What do you guys do for the day? The day is yours. You guys have been fed breakfast, of course, paying a hefty 3 golds. The inn, the room, and board has been paid for the week.
We're gonna stay a whole week.
Well, the rooms are checked out for a week, so you guys can do whatever you want.
We should buy some magic items, Casper. Do we have a lot of gold? We should spend the
we have-
entire party's gold and buy some magic items, like a
Look,
wand of magic missiles.
I'm keen to make some deals, but I'm not keen to spend gold, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Let's get a wand of magic missiles or something. Let's go get some stuff, man. I mean, the only person that made out with magic items in this little trip is Min over there.
I don't know. It's I don't like spending my gold, but we'll see if they have anything good.
Yeah. Let's go check out some merchants and let's leave 7 behind because No, I'm just kidding. Let's bring him along.
I just don't think we should stay in Husad very long. It's we still need to get to Samarkand, and hearing that the town's been reduced to rubble, it worries me.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go to Samarkand. We didn't need to pay for the whole week. That was just Min, showing off with their gold. So
I know.
I wanted to stay one night and then go to the seedy place for one night and then go somewhere else. Try different inns. But instead, we're stuck in one inn for a whole week.
Question, is Kanan taking his share of the party gold, or are we keeping
Yes,
that?
he takes his share of the party gold.
Okay, cool. I'll get rid of that then.
Yeah, gosh dang.
Where do you guys go? What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go outside. Is there like an open space outside of the tavern that's like a good spot for like training, for like morning training?
Not really.
Dang.
There's you probably have to go to the barracks for that.
Great. I'm heading there.
Zevin takes off to the barracks.
He's gonna train with the bugbears and the gnolls, really? The dogs
Hey.
and the cats?
Hey, gotta stay in
It's one
shape.
way to earn. It's one way to earn respect.
Okay.
Okay, what else is everybody doing?
I'm following Flip Flop and we're gonna get some magic stuff.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find some spell scrolls or anything like that, or just normal magic items.
You go to the barkeep and she says, "Oh, you're looking for the shop?
Yeah,
Of course,
A magic
my
shop. A magic shop.
You have to go to the Cheering Sphere." She tells you where it is.
And off
What's
we
the name?
go.
Cheering Sphere.
The Cheering Sphere.
Okay.
It's run by the Iron Lynx.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
good.
yeah, sure. Whatever.
Can I can I make an insight check or history check to know who the Iron Links are?
You can just ask her. She's like, "Well, they're the Merchants Guild."
Completely lost.
Is that the name of the Merchants Guild?
That is the name of the
thought it-
Merchants Guild. It's the Iron Lynx. You must be new here.
Just to Husad. It's been a while since traveling through these lands.
Well, feel free to go by the spa and get, a nice bath while you're at it.
Thank you. Just might.
So you're going to the Cheering Sphere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Zevin, you make your way to the barracks, and the guys are all fighting and stuff like that. He says, "Can I help you?" Like an orc says.
Yes. I'd like to fight as many of your people as possible.
Are you a mercenary?
Yeah, something of the sort.
A sellsword?
Yeah, let's go with that.
He's pretty strong. He looks big. Let's get him the meat eater. Yeah. He wants a real challenge. Get a meat eater to fight him.
Well, why do you go there, man?
All the
Hey,
bugbears are training.
morning
He's like, meat eater just got back from Samarkand. Yeah. Well, what's the point? This guy wants to fight. What's the wager then, dwarf?
Hey, that's nice.
Let's see here. You know what? I'm feeling pretty up for it. 15 gold pieces.
You got it says they go and get the guy this thing called Meat Eater, and I'll go back to the other group. You guys
He's more confident in his fighting than he is in his gambling. That's pretty terrible.
You guys make it to the cheering sphere. There's like a ball that just dangles. It has the symbol of the Merchant Guild outside of it. The symbol of the Merchant Guild, it has like Dwarvish origins. Do either of you guys speak Dwarvish?
And I'm not there.
No, sorry.
Okay. You guys walk in. Let me turn on the music to it. 1 second.
It's like a disco ball.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like disco ball hanging outside the shop.
You know, we should hear ABBA music. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I like Minor Illusions and music playing.
Oh god. For the hunt.
As soon as you start casting magic, one of the slaves comes up to you and says, "No magic."
What do you mean, no magic?
So I saw the jesters.
Huh?
I gotta turn down the ambience a little bit, it's a little loud. I saw your jesters. There's no casting in here. You should know that.
We're not here to cast anything.
And why is that?
Because you're in a great shop of magics. And he says, "But please, if you have coin, you still look like a noble."
Yeah.
He like escorts you in, and there's like a giant ball. Let me pull it up. That's what it looks like. A clear crystal ball spins with blue light. It pulses when it speaks to you. And it says to you as you pass by, flip-flop, "Hey, did anybody tell you you're awesome?"
I know.
There's some Borderlands shit right there.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Hey,
Handsome jackpot that shit.
who's your buddy?
This is my grandest friend, and I wrap my arm around him.
Great, well, welcome.
I'm a giant.
Go right ahead and speak to Rangrim. He's the owner. You guys go forward into the shop. There's all manners of doodads, swirling things, boobobs. I imagine like the Merchant Guild has consolidated like a lot of what people need, especially people with coin. Like you don't really go to the armory, you go to the Merchants Guild because they're the one buying and selling, and they take a commission out of everything that's being sold. What are you guys looking for? I am Rakan. He's a dwarf. You guys approach him, and he is like throwing darts at a board.
G'day, good sir. It's a fine day outside, and I'm here looking for scrolls of a particular type, if you might have something in stock.
Scrolls of a particular type. Huh. Whoosh. Bullseye.
Hey, I want some weapons, man. Can we get like a sharp daggers or sharp rapier? So I can stick the seven's butt with it.
Do you want a dagger? What kind of dagger are you looking for?
A dagger that delivers lots of poison and kills giants.
Randrim, he has like locks, golden locks in 3 sets. He wears like a hat, like that slants off to the side. It's brown, and he actually is armed himself, and he has a satchel around his belt. I will link you a picture.
Uh-oh. I like that satchel.
So, how can I help you then? Looking for a dagger? What type of dagger, sir?
a very well balanced throwing dagger that is magical. That's bright and flies.
So how magic stuff that like looks for, you have to roll a d20. So Dumby rolls a d20 to see if the item is in stock. You're looking for a dancing blade, Dumby?
Something like that. Yeah, be nice.
You have to roll 15 or higher.
Crap.
It says
It was almost a 17, then it turned to a 7. That was annoying.
he throws a dart at the board. He says a lot of the items are currently being used by Rizu to wage his wars. From what I understand, Samarkand has now been leveled.
Yeah, we heard.
For some reason, he is taking all the items for himself. He throws another thing.
Yeah, Rizu's like my mother-in-law. It's okay.
We do not care about Rizu. We just care about your coin. And what do you want?
I'm looking for spell scrolls, good sir.
Roll a d20. What spell scroll are you looking for?
I was looking
Fireball.
for. No, I've already got fireball.
My one's already in stock.
Blade barrier.
Hold person, I reckon.
Roll a d20. You throw a 15 or higher. He looks over at Dumby. He's
Pretty
like,
sure I have that.
That's
So
a
it's-
13.
so he doesn't have it. He's like, we'll have to make it for you. You have to put a deposit down, of course. And we'll go find it for you. Throws another dart.
For me.
A
Wait,
penitent-
can I just make him a scroll from knowing it?
No, you can't scribe scrolls. No. Not as a
Damn.
cleric.
Yeah.
It's only something the scribes do. It says
You right.
that they say that the king and queen of Samarkand have fled. And they are traveling south for some reason. And the Rizu has put a large bounty on their heads. 10,000 gold pieces. Per head.
Per
Haha.
head, you say?
Of course.
I think that's our next mission, guys.
I think perhaps we should earn the favor of Rizu then. We are, of course, here to do dealings with him.
They
To
say if you please the Genie King, he grants you a wish. But god damn it, he conjures the money out of thin air. He's driving up the price of everything. Fucking bastard. He says it kind of under his breath. Keeps throwing darts, kind of like half paying attention to you. I'll go back to Zevin while you guys think about that. Zevin, you hear the footsteps? Let me switch up the ambience again, since we want to split the party up.
We split the party up? 7.
Yes,
I went to the barracks. I went to the barracks.
Zevin's fighting someone.
Large footsteps come out, Zevin.
What did we learn last time?
Something that's like 9 or 10 feet tall. Yeah, this one! He points over to Zevin, who's just like, we've determined that Zevin's only 4 foot something now, as we've taken out his lifts. Yeah, this one not so big. Yeah, but he says he can beat you for 15 gold. So, little man, are you gonna try to fight this thing? Meat eater likes to eat.
My only regret is that I should have actually waged more.
Maybe you should have brought the fucking healer?
Nah. This is a solo fight. Me and me.
You should have brought me. I would have given him bountiful luck.
Roll initiative, Zevin.
All right.
A roll of 5.
Hey, do we have any healing potions now I think about it?
I have one.
I rolled a 7.
Let's buy some
We
healing
should
potions.
go buy some.
You go
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's make a list of what we need.
I'm gonna hit him with my great axe.
I want to buy a dancing.
Misses by 1. The first attack.
All right. Gonna hit him again.
That is a hit.
24.
Roll damage.
That's a 15.
You slice into, yeah, you roll max damage. You slice into the creature. You cut its leg, and you know dwarves are sometimes renowned for fighting giants. It turns around as you kind of like tumble under it as you slash it with your... What weapon are you using?
Just my great axe.
And you slice into its calf, but it turns around and swings into you for a 22. It has, yeah, for a 22 to hit. As a giant, giant great club comes smashing down upon you on your shoulder, it does 15 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, dang.
What do you do, Zevin?
Goodbye, Seven. Goodbye. Nice knowing you.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
It takes an action to rage. I thought it was just a bonus action.
Oh yeah, it's a bonus action, but I already used 2 hits. I don't really have anything else.
Okay, well I'll roll another attack then. I roll a natural 2 as you quickly tumble out of the way. You sit out of the waves as your eyes go bloodshot. Your face goes red as you scream out and try to intimidate this huge beast.
Ah, nice. I'm gonna hit him with my axe again.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
That is a hit. There's an AC of 11.
Nice. Come on! Stop trying to hurt me and hurt me.
You roll pretty good again, 14.
Plus 2 to rage, so that's 16.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
You swing down again. You cut across the giant creature's chest. It retaliates by swiping its club right across and trying to clock your body. I roll a 24.
24.
For 9 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Had enough!
Nah, I'm only just starting.
Okay, what do you do?
Alright, time to have some fun. Alright, do I still have this? He's like right in front of me, so
You're
I'm
raging.
gonna use this. Oh yeah, that is true.
What do you want to do, Zevin?
I'm gonna hit him with my greatsword.
Okay, I thought you had your great axe out.
Oh right, my bad. That should not be there. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the great axe.
Okay.
Or again, before.
How do you swing into him as you miss?
Alright, and then I will hit him with...
He's bloodied.
And I'll hit him with my claws.
Oh, you're gonna use your bestial form now?
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, he's one of them. He's one of the beasts.
That is a 19.
Yeah, you slash him with the claw. You cut into his inner thigh. Red blood spills across your claws and onto the desert sand, or the city sand.
Yeah.
You have to roll damage, buddy.
Alright. That's it. Fight!
Rolling really
That is
well.
a 9.
He's kind of
That's
injured.
lucky.
I'll go back to the other group while the fight continues. We're in the magic
The
shop.
fight continues. The fight continues.
With the
So
thing,
there's
he's
no
throwing darts at the board still. He's like,
So there's no dancing blade, so we just get some healing potions, I guess.
it's not how it works, friend. You have to put an order in, a deposit.
All right, what's the deposit?
You want a dancing blade? You want a dagger as a dancing blade?
Can I get, if there was a rapier, it's even better, but what's available? I don't even know.
It's called a dancing
At least I
rapier.
can throw the dagger.
So what it's called? It's called a dancing rapier. It's 2,000 gold is the base cost of a dancing rapier. The problem is the Rizu, a genie, has conjured gold out of thin air and driven up the price of everything throughout Husad. The price of it is 4,000 gold.
Okay, so you can give us a 90% discount, right?
No, friend.
Casper, come on, man. You use your little, persuasion skills to give us a 90% discount.
Well, look,
Do you think you're the first enchanter who's walked in here? No.
You spot me well, friend.
He's not an
Boss.
enchanter. He's just a good talker.
My slave already told me you were casting magic on the way in.
Look, I was just having some fun with some music.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Slave,
So what's
he claps his hands.
Sorry, hold on. What's the
play us some
deposit?
music. And some music starts. One of the slaves starts playing an internist. You happy now?
Deposit is 10%. How much is the deposit?
It's 50%. Then we go and send our
50%?
scouts out to find it. Yes, 2,000 gold. Don't blame me. Blame Rizu. He's the one paying his armies with fake gold.
Hey, by the way, Casper, did we ever appraise the stuff we have, like the crown and stuff? Out of
I'm not
curiosity.
selling my crown.
No, we're not getting rid of that.
We're not.
Maybe we could.
Is this just a magic shop, or can we get like rations here as well?
You can get anything from the general store, so you can get rations here, of course.
Okay.
The rations, I think,
Yeah.
are 50 gold each or something. How much are they? Let's take a look.
Let's
A
go
day?
with 50 gold.
Rations,
like-
one day. It's under the Adventurers Guild thing. They're 5 gold each.
Yeah, 5
Woo.
gold. Not 50.
But
Okay.
but that's just the cost, so they're 10 gold each.
I think they're just charging us double just for the hell of it. Hey, you know
We
what?
don't Have,
Our gold doubled too.
So.
Well, we still have a shit ton left of right? Of the meat that we put in the bag, or no?
Yeah. We could sell alligator leather.
No,
little-
that's on me. No.
Yeah, we could sell alligator.
How many rations did we get from
I don't know.
I don't know. I think.
It's one of those things where the meat kind of just like went bad, I think. It's
You know,
not
I
like
have
salted
100
or anything.
I have 150 gold, so we could buy something. We could
How did you
buy-
come up with 150 gold?
I
It's
accumulated
Sunday.
from the last adventure with the other group.
I'm gonna throw down on the table the Druidic book and the Red Dragon Lore book. I think it was the Red Dragon Lore. Oh no, it was just a book of Dragon Lore.
Impressive.
And on top of that, I'm gonna put the Red Sapphire. Look, we're here to trade for a lot of goods. We need rations. We need healing potions. Fuck else do we need?
Did you not
I made a
hear
list,
me?
bro.
So
Yeah, I was tapping it.
As he's throwing darts at the dartboard, I throw daggers. At him.
Shoot.
wow,
Jagger.
he sees you like spins in. So how it works when you sell something to the merchant, you sell it at cost, which is the cost listed in your dnd.com or in the DMG.
Okay.
What do you want to sell?
It was the Red Sapphire.
So how much is it?
I have no idea.
So post it in our Discord. I'm gonna go back to Zevin then while you guys do that.
Yeah.
For the hunt.
Here we go. I'm up to swing at Zevin now. Natural 20.
Ugh.
I roll one more time. See if it's a super critical. Zevin makes a con save DC 15 and takes a stack of exhaustion.
Everyone's gonna die.
Nope, that
Hey,
was.
You take a stack of exhaustion.
All right.
I don't think you should heal him.
Okay, so you do critical damage, so you take automatically. Take 15 plus 16 bludgeoning.
Got it.
Divided by 2, right? Because you're raging?
Right. Yeah, I'm raging.
So 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Gotta love rage.
He like smashes you and like cracks your foot. It slows you down a little bit. What do you do? Do you yield or do you keep going?
Oh, nah. I'm about to win. Why would I quit?
Looks like meat's on the menu, boys!
Oh god.
And you,
Oh.
And you're not gonna heal him, are you? You're just gonna
I'm not there. I'm with you guys.
No, but don't heal him when he comes back.
Oh well.
Go ahead, Zeb.
If he comes back.
I'm gonna bite him.
Go ahead and bite.
I'm gonna bite him. Just the way you said that was perfect.
You try to bite, and it's just like a little slow. He's like, you miss him.
What's the range? What's the range of my bountiful luck? Can I set that like several miles?
It's, I think 30 feet or something.
That's even funnier.
Is that your? You have another attack though, right, Zevin?
Yeah, I'll attack with the great axe.
Okay.
When in doubt, axe him.
God.
That's a 12.
That's a hit.
Nice.
We should have gone to the gladiatory arenas. I would have bet against him.
Doing okay.
That is 9 points of damage.
You've caught the attention of like one of the seers fighting this creature. The seer is a dwarven woman, a mage, and she's just watching as it looks. She wants to make sure the fight maybe doesn't go on too much or too far. I'd make one last attack with the great club. Roll a 19. I'm rolling okay.
She's gonna use magic to see through you.
How much did you roll?
I rolled a 19 to hit plus 9 bludgeoning damage as it cracks into your rib.
Do
you keep going?
I keep going.
Okay.
Alright.
Make one last we'll make one last round here. Okay.
I
deal only to Rizu. No!
Swing! Oh, that was awesome.
You hit?
That's a 14.
Yeah, you hit.
Alright. 9 points
7.
of damage again.
Nice. Enough!
Sure.
You hear the seer say enough. What do? You keep swinging?
I to be honest, I got startled and I still swung anyway.
You want to swing anyways?
I swung anyway.
Okay.
Only because I got startled. Which is a
natural one. You describe how you fail. Your blade maybe stumbles into the ground.
See, he needed that bountiful luck. I told you.
As I'm about to swing, and as I hear the yell, I get startled, and I accidentally swing my axe towards the sky.
And the seer says, the ogre's like startled from the seer speaking, as she like lets out like a booming voice, and it's heard throughout the training grounds. You have defeated the defeated meat eater. I'll go back to the group for now.
This doesn't feel like a win.
What do you guys do?
So how many rations are we getting?
Well,
also the weight is a consideration, right?
Yeah, I was looking at so I got a red sapphire in my inventory, but there's not one in your D&D.
I list the gold of it. Did I tell you the gold price of it?
No, you just said it was just a sapphire. We'd have to get it looked at.
I think
What color is
my
it?
blue
Red?
sapphire says it's
Red.
1,000.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. So I have to. What I have to do? Where did you get the sapphire?
The fire snake.
Okay.
We got. I think we got two out of it. Min has one and I have one.
So I will look that up.
Yes.
Let's invest 1,000 in the dancing blade.
So one thing I think about as a dungeon master is like item appraisal and the identify spell and stuff like that. I think it's just easier to tell the players how much the item is.
Okay.
There's no like identification process. It's just like you guys know what it is.
Cool.
I have to pull up the map and then I have to go to the location and then find the item.
I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe I missed it.
It's only taking a second.
Let's invest 1,000 gold in.
If I have that second
dancing blade.
red sapphire, I'll just put it up there too as well. So
The two sapphires are worth 50 gold each.
Oh.
So I got one in my inventory that says 1,000. Is that better?
No, it's just 50.
Oh.
Bugger.
The crown.
Well, no, yeah.
Those are from the
red
fire
ones
snake.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're tiny sapphires.
Okay.
I have
So
a blue
in your
sapphire
D&D,
from
what I've done
somewhere.
is I've improved the gem system. There's actually
Okay.
there's like I haven't done it completely where there's like cut and uncut gems because it's just too much. But like let me take a look at a tiny yellow sapphire is like 100 gold, for example. So
Yeah.
I don't even think I have a red one.
No, you don't.
Oh,
have
here we
red
go.
one in
It's
there.
called red tears. Maybe let's take a look. Yeah, they're usually like the tiny ones are like usually 100. Just to give you an example. In this case, it's 50 gold. Do you want to exchange it in for cost? So it's 50 gold.
Yeah, let's put the 2 in and try to get as much rations as we can.
So you can buy 10 days worth of rations for each one of those.
Yeah.
Ulamar
So
says, "Gimme!" And he like sticks it in the bag, right? So you guys don't have to tote it around, right?
Okay.
Yep.
So
that's
that's 20
rations.
days of rations.
how we do it for now is you write down what you have on your inventory, or you put it in your notes if you don't want it to count against your encumbrance. Or you can just remove encumbrance from your item, but you have to keep in mind that Ulamar is carrying it, right?
Right.
So Ulamar dies, or the bag of holding is stolen, all your items are stolen. That
Well,
are
if
in the bag of
Ulamar
holding.
dies, then the bag of holding like just rips open, doesn't it? Because he's an artificer.
That's correct.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we just put it in Discord for him to put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
For that. I put the 2 books up, which would be 25 gold each, just for a normal book, right?
We should get the crowns of praise.
No, we're not getting,
Not getting it appraised.
No.
I'm trying to sell my crown.
Fuck up.
I have a crown too.
Ooh. Yeah, being that the 2 books are 50 gold, because I wanted to get like the fine inks to do the writing into my spell book.
Let's go to Zevin real quick. You guys can just talk about it in Discord. Figure out what you want to
guess
sell.
just doing, like,
If you sell
random
anything,
counting.
the guy is just buying what you're selling him. And he
Yeah.
just pays you cost for that.
Okay.
Can we sell them pints of blood?
No, that's worthless.
Probably not.
Let me go back to this. The seer Zevin looks like she's a dwarf just like you. And she says in Dwarvish, she's dressed in like a black robe, and she has like a wand which has something on it. And you look at the way she's dressed, like she has the insignias of the Iron Links. That's what it says in Dwarvish on it. And she says, "So, what? Where did you learn to fight like that?"
in my parents' house.
I was a officer back over in my empire.
Rizu is looking for powerful soldiers like yourself. Maybe you should join us. The fight is wars. They pay you well. You see one of the gnolls come up and like, he like hands you a sack. You can only assume there's 15 gold in it.
Thank you, my good man.
I am no man.
Sorry, blood in my eyes. But thank you nonetheless.
Blood in my eyes. Quote of the stream today. Blood in my eyes.
But as much as I'd like to take you up on that offer, I actually have a group that I am traveling with.
Excellent, he says. They say Ryuzu is looking for the fingers of Zehu.
Oh, sorry, but I don't think I know what that is.
Well, he's looking for these fingers, apparently. He has one himself now. But they say one is in Schult, and the other is is held by Lord Ian Parnish, the King of Stormbrook. He has 2. I'm sure fighters like you and him, he will pay a handsome sum. Each finger is worth 100,000 gold, and the genie always pays his due.
100,000, you say?
Of course. My
So don't say
new...
shit.
It is the curse of our people. We cannot resist the gold.
Well, if I were to hypothetically take this job, what exactly would it look like if I were to find it?
Are you interested?
Maybe?
Where are you staying at?
Well, I'm not really staying anywhere at the moment. I just came in relatively earlier today. I've been mostly just cruising around the city.
You're not staying anywhere.
No, not at the moment.
Well, come by the temple, and I will personally see to the quarters, then, fighter. And bring your friends. So we may discuss business. How does that sound?
I could try. Some of them are not really welcome to like go to places that they don't really are aware of.
Well, you wish to heal, so go speak to the clerics. They may be able to tend to your injuries.
Mighty appreciative. Thank you. And I'll keep this idea in mind.
The men are all celebrating, of course. They just sacked Samarkand. And of course, there's always a bounty on the king and queen who have fled now. We cannot scry on them, so we don't know where they're at, but we're tracking them through the desert.
Oh, wait, sorry. Why does that sound familiar?
The bounty is not quite as high, it's only 10,000 gold pieces per head. Will I see you later?
Sure, I see no reason to not meet up with you. You sound
Fetch me my quill. She goes and gets the quill and the pen, and they like get the desk out. They sign like a letter of invitation. She takes their guild signet ring and like stamps it in. It's like the dwarven ring of like the iron links. Let me link you the signet ring that she signs with.
Okay.
Did I link you her picture too? I'm not sure if I did.
No.
60 expressions.
Here is it's like a dwarven signet, right? That's kind of
to me.
yeah, I did. So it's like that's the Iron Link sigil. Cool. Let's go back to the shop as you guys are just like talking about stuff.
Will I see you later?
He says, "This is my invitation. You will see me later. Go to the Rizu's pyramid. We will meet in the lower quarters." I'm going to go back to the other group now. As you take the invitation and you can think about it. What are you guys selling anything to the merchant?
Oh, I mean, the other guys have
To
stuff
Rangren?
to sell, but I don't really have anything to sell.
Okay. Are we selling things? You guys adding it to your sheet?
Yeah, I'm selling the long sword that I had. Short sword? Long sword. It was a long sword.
Long.
Do you know the price of it and everything? Are you searching it up? Or do you want me to tell you what the cost is?
It's
Just a regular old longsword?
just a regular long sword, yeah.
That's 15 gold.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll throw that in
The
there.
blade is balanced well. It'll just need to be
Certainly
resharpened. He like throws a dart at the board. He's got like a nervous tick with his eye.
What about the ring of swimming, Min?
Sure. I mean,
You
she
wanna
can't swim, so like.
You gonna take the ring or
No,
are you gonna sell it?
We should hold on to the ring, and we can swim underwater and get pirate treasure.
Oh, I don't know, but are we going through the desert to Samarkand, or are we going? I mean, if this king and queen are fleeing on land and we want to meet them, we're going to be going through the desert again.
It's okay.
Yeah, we can get rid of it. I don't think we'll need it.
Yeah.
It's sold.
Yeah.
It's alright.
2,000 gold. He does it.
Hey, let's use that for the deposit for the dancing blade.
No.
So we sell the ring of swimming remove the ring of swimming and add 2,000 gold or 200 platinum.
Why not?
We'll go with gold. Flip flop, you're adding this, right?
I need a dancing.
What was
plate.
it? 2,000.
Yeah, I put it in the
gold.
Discord.
Yeah. Cool.
What else
How
are we
much
doing?
gold do we have per person? Out of curiosity.
2,000.
What are we trying to get here? Just healing
We're-
potions?
Trying to get the healing potions, enough for 10.
Zevin, do you want to meet up with the rest of the party?
Yeah. I'll just have my axe on my shoulder. Just
You guys hear like
walking down.
some like ding-a-ling in the store, as you guys are like all buying and selling as Devin walks in.
So
See,
we're
that-
gonna need 30 more rations to make sure
See,
everyone
this
has
is
10
the-
rations each.
Just sing
So
the
we should
song.
have enough.
So that's what 150.
Zippity-doo-dah,
That's correct.
zippity-day.
300. Oh, I thought it was-
It's 5 gold
what a
each.
wonderful day.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
right. It's
yes?
10 gold.
It's
No,
10
Min
gold
is correct. It's
Oh,
10,
yeah,
10 gold.
So
Gold
it's
is okay.
300. So minus 300, and
Yep.
then how much
Yep.
for a lesser healing potion?
It'd be 100.
You need to roll a d6 Min.
Okay.
It's not worth getting a lesser one. You should always
Well-
get greater ones.
Well, you can get more with the lesser.
It's called a potion of
I got a
healing.
5.
So they have 5 in stock. They're 100 gold each.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
we're
already
gonna get-
have one. So
I mean, it takes an action to drink
do we
it,
get
so-
do we get all 5?
Yeah, we'll get all 5.
I'll just add those to my sheet for now as well.
He says to you, "Are you mercenaries with that much gold? You must be being paid by the genie."
I'm a royal, damn it!
After you sold all this
He's
stuff,
got the money.
Well, hopefully not from Samarkand. There's no more royalty there. He throws another dart.
Well,
After you
course
sell all this stuff, the pool, how much does it come out to total? Out of curiosity.
Say what?
How much does the total pool come out to? I mean, if we divide it by whatever 4 or
After
5
we've
people.
bought the rations and the
Yeah.
potions.
Yeah.
How much you get?
You got to get your
The
Excel
total
skills up.
pool- so the total pool's at 1,715 gold at the moment.
What about you, dwarf? What do you want?
Why do you look like you're in such a bad condition? Where the hell have you been?
Oh, it's like
Men
actually,
just
I
mothering.
should be technically relatively good. I got healed by a
Yeah.
cleric, so I think I should be
Did he
good.
get fully healed?
You went to the clerics and get healed up?
Yeah, I did.
Let me take a
Oh,
look
there
here.
was an
Okay.
offer for that.
That's interesting.
Yes, but if you
Wow, you went to
no,
another cleric?
well, actually, Zevin has to pay gold for that. Zevin has to pay 600 gold if he wants to get he wants to get the exhaustion stack removed.
So you can pay someone for that, or I can do it as the fucking healer.
Or you can just sleep for the night. Like
Hey.
Yeah.
So say sorry to mom and get healed.
But hey, before you get upset and everything, I got some good news. Concerning news.
Do you have gold?
Yes,
How much?
what I had.
How much gold did it cost you to get your ass kicked like this?
Nothing.
And how much did you get?
I bet
Did you get
15
hundreds?
I
Did you
bet
get
15
50s?
gold, and I got 15 gold. Yeah.
Can I see if
Okay.
the shop has the tiny hut spell?
No, they have to go get the scribes for that again.
They'd have, okay. Right.
I think Tiny Hut is a 2nd level spell, so it's not
The-
too bad. Oh, it's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah,
I just roll a D8 to go try to scribe it.
How much for that scroll? Is that the scrolls are single use, correct?
But I can scribe them because I'm a wizard and use them forever.
Right,
Did
because you
they
got a book.
Yeah.
Do they sell poisons here? Actually,
That's a pretty good spell to have.
You guys and your like magical doohickeys and junk, and what you know what you all need? A good axe or a sword. Min's covered, but all the rest of you, I don't know.
out of curiosity, did they sell any paralytic poisons or anything of that sort?
Yeah, anything we can dip our blades in.
Dumby's
Mine's
already
a fire
rolled.
blade.
I'm gonna have Dumby roll a D4.
Okay. D4, where are you? Three.
They have 3 basic poisons.
What kind are they? Out of curiosity.
Called basic poison.
Just basic poisons? So I thought you meant are they paralytics? Are they damage poisons? That kind of stuff.
We're not the Assassin's Guild, my friend.
All right, let's get the poison. How much is the poison?
100 gold, 200 gold each.
200.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
I told you. Orizu has. When you have a genie that can just conjure gold out of thin air, well, the price of everything goes up now, doesn't it?
Well, let's get one bottle. I mean, I've got 150 gold still sitting around, so. If you just throw me 50 gold, we can get one bottle, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
Can we do that?
Yep.
So I could just buy one bottle of gold. I get 150 out of my little thing here.
I'll remove 50.
So, Dwarf, do you have any coin on you? Throws a dart at the board.
I mean, yes, but why?
Well, do you want anything from the Iron Links?
Depends. Do you got something? Do you have any type of enhanced weapons?
What are you looking for, sir?
I already tried that. It's too expensive.
Really? Dang.
Well, you can't know if you don't ask. What are you looking for, sir?
Well, I've been using this axe for quite some time now. Well, beautiful, beautiful weapon. Almost the love of my life. But,
Let me take a look.
Alright.
He holds out his hand. He hand takes it. He's like, what does it look like? Is there dwarven inscriptions on it all?
Yeah, it's it's pretty much a standard axe, except that the bottom, especially the middle of the axe, has a bit of a dwarven language in the middle, and it says freedom in Dwarvish.
So we take this to the enchantress.
Basic voice is kind of lame, anyway.
Should we take this to the enchantress, Dwarf?
Sure. Do what you need to do.
No, you have to
If
put a
that's what
deposit
you're
down. 2,000 gold.
See, I told you I already went through this, Seven. You don't believe me, man.
It'll take us 2 weeks.
I already put the deposit
2 weeks.
down.
No, we'll be long gone from here.
Yeah, we'll be long gone. That's what I'm thinking.
He taps the thing and says, fine and balanced. He hands it back to you.
Let's just go kill Rizu and take his stuff.
You cannot kill the immortal king.
What do you mean?
No, we're gonna go hunt the other 2 that got away.
Haven't you seen the bodies down the square?
He's not an immortal king. He's like my mother-in-law. It's fine. We'll kill him. Anyway.
Well, sir, go take a look down the square. He chuckles. He throws a dart. He talks to you. He's saying it to you.
What are you talking about?
Go to the square.
Why did you go to the square?
He's got to run a store, mate.
Right, I guess we should go take a look at the square. Maybe we can see something. I don't know.
What do you guys do? You guys done selling or buying, or where are we going?
I think we're done.
Yeah.
How long would it take for him to get the tiny hut spell for me?
I don't know. I have to ask the scribes.
Well, you're as useful as a hatful of assholes.
Well, we might as well just go talk to the scribes ourselves.
That is not how it works around here. They work through us.
Right. Alright. Let's go.
On our way, I guess we're heading to the square, I guess. But while I was training, there were some developments that happened, and now, as I show them the sealed letter.
Oh, okay. Letter. Can I read it?
No.
So we've left the shop at this point.
Okay, you guys are leaving the shop?
Yeah.
Actually, before we do, how much parchment can I grab? That's probably the last thing I'll do.
I'll look it up. It's not cheap.
It's only
One sheet?
Yeah. How many sheets can I get?
It's 2 silver per sheet.
2 silver per sheet.
So give him a gold, and that's 5 sheets.
That's 5 sheets.
We could just take the sheets from people, can't we?
I'll give
No.
him 2 gold. I'll give him 2 gold and get 10 sheets.
Okay. And parchment is very rare in this time.
Yeah.
Like, there's no printing press, guys.
Yeah. No. it's
Well, I
important
guess
shit.
we
And
could take pulp paper.
I don't even think Dumby reads.
Actually, I did want to ask about. I did ask about the fine inks for scribing wizard spells too.
Inks? Yeah,
Fine one.
I don't have that. I call it magic ink, though. They're 50 gold
Yeah.
each cost, so that means they're 100 gold each. And that's per describe any spell level over, right?
Yeah.
So it's per level. So
Exactly.
100 per level. Okay.
You have to roll. The War of Rizu is offset a lot of the resources. I will roll a d10 to determine how many magic inks they have in stock. We only have 4 of those. We'd have 0 if we sold them lower. But god damn it.
I don't know. It's up to you guys. Are you guys okay with me grabbing two lots?
It's paper.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, using the party gold here.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. The scrolls are technically for the party, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
Just
I'm okay
get
with it.
And then we'll just kill Reezer and take all the stuff. Like I said.
Don't.
I'm gonna pull Zevin out by the scruff of his neck and just heal him real quick.
Don't heal him. Don't heal him. You should punish him.
Roll your
Yeah.
roll your healing. Roll the healing.
He's gonna
Yo,
take his short
You're
rest.
reinforcing bad behavior. Like.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
should
gonna
let-
be useful to us if
No,
he's
but-
hurt.
But he can do short rest by himself as we're watching the bodies on the square.
I'm
I
trying to find
have-
my healing shit. There it is. Okay.
I have
I-
information as I try to give this to him.
I
You
have
gotta-
information.
If he does
Sorry.
a short rest, he still gets his hit dice. So
Heal for 14.
Thank you.
Cool.
As I give Min
I'm
the
good.
I
letter.
heal him and I take the fucking paper out of his hand, just
I'm good now. We can leave.
side-eyeing him as I'm reading it.
Also, I fought a guy over there. He said
Yeah,
he
no
just
shit.
came from the place that we're trying to head to, apparently.
Let me guess,
Huh?
it's to
What?
the
Say again?
ground.
what was that?
Apparently,
Unleveled, right?
yeah, it's been leveled.
Oh,
Apparently,
Samarkand.
they're looking for some. Yeah, some guy named Meaty Borg Zord on.
What does the
Tron.
letter say that you just handed me?
Oh, it's basically a letter telling them that I've been invited to go meet Rizu and junk.
Oh, cool. Let's go meet Rizu. Kill him. And take his stuff.
I also told them that I technically didn't have like a way to stay, so they also invited me over for a free residence there for the day.
Well, we only
Yeah.
paid for a night, so you.
No, we're set for a week.
Oh shit! You're right. You're right.
You paid for a week.
Also,
Yeah,
also-
they gave us a week.
Also, I found out that the finger is like worth like what was it, like 10,000 gold, I think.
Oh,
We can't get.
let's. Hey,
Stop
You
talking about
understand-
those things.
he could use a magic weapon. I could use a magic weapon. Let's go.
And like the king and queen were like another 10k or like a
I guess you guys have left
100K
the
gold?
place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I'm not falling into that. trap.
I'm
Like-
yeah. I'm not saying that while in that. No. I'm gonna look at Zevin and be like, the finger is worth the price of a head.
But let's sell it.
Remember,
Let's sell it. We get some magic blades.
you can't sell it. It does not come off the wearer's neck
Yeah, I know,
unless
I
you
know.
kill them.
Yeah,
that
I
true?
know, but I know how Rizu, like, this is basically the top way to get to Rizu, and I
They
was like,
cannot know. I'm gonna whisper that we have it.
I heard
Okay.
I heard that if you stick the finger in a dwarf's butt, it comes out.
I'm not testing that. Let's go meet whoever the fuck this is, and I'm gonna just flap around the paper.
All right, but let me have that. I kind of need it for myself.
Okay.
Um,
Like bend down and hand it to you. I'm kidding.
They said
Hand it to you.
they said go to the square and look at stuff. What did they? I guess they mean bodies or something. I mean, go look at the square.
It's probably bodies hanging for the people that tried to murder him,
Yeah, let's go
as
take
every
a-
king.
Let's go take a look.
You go.
Did I do?
Is it on the way?
You go to the square. The heart of the city pumps in its lifeblood in all directions. The bustling network of arteries carrying people, goods, and stories. A massive fountain stands in the center of the plaza, trickling pleasantly amid the din of conversation and foot traffic. The statues of Rizu stand atop of the fountain, and in their shadow the people of the city come and go. From here, on every corner of the city stands an equestrian from the city's core.
So why did he say to come here if there's...
You look around and you see it on Rizu's hanging from the I will link you the Temple of Rizu. Or the Tower of Rizu. Or it's called Rizu's Pyramid, actually.
He's
Oh,
in the ci- he's
Dunby,
in
you're
the
at a
city.
pyramid.
Yeah, there's your pyramid.
There's your pyramid.
The question is he in the city or is he like? Is that just his place, basically?
It is
He's in Samarkand. I repeat slowly.
I read the description before, but like basically it's a pyramid that scales its way almost up to the clouds, like all the way up into infinity. It's the canals run right up to the pyramid itself that are smoothed out, kind of like Venice. Across the walls of Rizu's pyramid are burned bodies, hanging and displayed. People go about their business as if nothing is wrong.
And that, Dunby, is why we are not openly saying that we are going to try to kill Rizu. We're going to end up there.
Blackened bodies, burned beyond recognition.
But we're invincible.
As Dumby
Hey,
says,
I can't. I cannot.
as Dumby says that, something happens in the town square. It's like looking around, and like people are like, "Look to the sky."
Dragon.
Nope.
Damn
The shadow blends with the surroundings, which envelop the ocean side. As the minutes pass, twilight claims the land, and the sun is reduced to a ruddy halo. It is fascinating It is a fascinating spectacle, as one is foreboding. And its uneasiness sets on the land, is bathed in dim blue. It appears to be an eclipse.
Ooh.
An eternal eclipse or just a regular eclipse?
You have to make some type of roll.
Eclipse. I don't like eclipses.
This isn't the first eclipse that we've seen.
That's what it looks like. I'd like
It's
to
the
do this
last
for-
eclipse we're gonna see. It's the last.
Someone has to make a survival roll.
That's
They want
survival
to.
roll?
Yeah, to
I have a
understand
plus
it.
3 for survival. Who has higher than that?
No,
I have a
I'm-
plus 5.
Then roll it.
Survival. Nah, I don't think so.
7.
No comment.
Well, I can't say I got a 6 as well. Fucker. Okay,
You can't talk anymore.
I can't talk anymore. No, I'm in the single digits club always. So. All right. Well, that happened. So let's go before anything else changes like this.
Wait, you rolled survival already?
Yeah.
You didn't get advantage. Didn't somebody try to help you?
They can just roll it themselves, Dumby. It's okay. They both rolled.
Yeah.
It counts as the same thing.
Okay.
We also get the same numbers. So.
Can I roll? Can I roll even though my modifier sucks? Can I roll anyway? Just
Does
Are
it
you
look a
proficient in
negative?
survival?
I pretend I can be. I pretend I can be.
No.
10.
Dumby is very good at slipping through the gates, but not so smart at surviving.
Okay.
Actually, no, I am proficient in survival. I have a +0 though.
Roll it up. If you're proficient. Are you proficient for real?
Does it have the
I'm proficient for
provision?
real. Yeah, I'm proficient for real.
Oh my gosh.
It's 0.
Well, awesome. It's over 60. It's 60%.
60%.
Dumby, it appears to be the eclipse of Nynaeve.
Okay. I tell the other guys it's the eclipse of Nynaeve. I have no idea what it means.
So other than the name, we learned.
Does anyone
nothing.
know anything about history? Anything with this? Anything about the gods?
I mean, I'm not
You're
proficient.
talking
but
about one.
I'm old.
How do you spell Mynir? Eclipse of Mynir?
Nynir.
I'm not book smart.
I want to put it on my notes.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna usher them to keep moving to wherever this meeting spot is.
We want to
I
go
was
into
gonna be-
the Temple of Rizu to meet the seer.
Sure, why not?
Just before I do that, I
Look.
bring Min over with me.
We're not splitting the party up.
We're not splitting it up. It's just more like of talk from like a few meters away from everyone else.
Why do you always want to talk secretly between you guys, man? Why don't you just share the information about the whole party? Make it easy. Make life easy.
Good reason. Anyways,
Well, there's no good reason. Alright.
so I know that you're doing this whole thing with the fingers and everything. And hear me out. What if I actually go ahead and say, yeah, I'll take on this quest to find these fingers, seeing as how you want to like use them, blow them up, something. I don't remember what it was, but what if I do that? I collect them all, you blow them up, we backstab, and everyone wins.
Did they say that they knew of anything else about these fingers?
The eclipse
They
begins
knew-
to pull away as the sun comes out again.
They knew where 2 of them were, and they were close.
Rizu has one.
Yeah.
I saw it. Where was the
So-
other one?
Can I recall?
No,
Chult.
you have to write it down, buddy.
That Chult was one of them, but I don't know that.
I must.
I remember half the time, and then I remember
Shit.
don't remember the other half.
I-
the time.
I don't know.
That's why you have to keep notes, man. That's why you have to keep notes.
If they know where 2 of the 5 are, I mean, we know where 3 are. Well, 4. If they know where 2 of the 5 are, it could be one of ours, or the one we have.
No, it wasn't. They don't know about ours. I do know that, but I know that 2 of them were somewhere else.
Right. So
So if we
perhaps
knew
could
Rizu
learn-
has one, we need to find out where the other one is.
That's the last finger, is it not?
There's another one other than that. Rizu, I
Well,
think
if
has
we-
2.
If we was it Ian? Ian had 2. The King of Stormbrook.
Was it Ian that had 2, or was it Rizu that had 2? I thought it was Rizu that had 2.
Ian had 2.
Ian had 2? Okay.
I didn't even think Rizu had one. I speculated, but
I saw him. I don't know how, it's just a dream. But
So then if-
he has one.
if Zevon's saying that they know where,
As Min
finger is-
caresses, she says that she caresses the the finger. She makes another charisma saving throw.
Come
Fuck.
on.
That's an 8! Single digits club.
Why do you keep rolling single digits?
I
Roll-
don't
roll a-
know.
roll a
Okay.
natural-
terrible.
If
We've
you roll a
rolled so
natural
bad.
1, I can at least give you some luck.
Just give her good vibes, and she'll run through it.
Nah, no.
You almost
Feel-
better off rolling a natural 1.
You feel the fingers trying to reach out to one another, Min, as you caress it, but nothing yet. You don't feel it, but the wind stirs around you. Something is wrong.
Something is
You see, like one of
I have a
the
hunch.
you see like one of the passerbyers that are just going around the town square, like shiver a little bit. as the eclipse passes away.
I have a feeling someone knows I'm here with this finger.
I know I know you just said not to split the party, but should me, Flip Flop, and Casper, and Dunby go to meet Rizu, and you just stay back?
Because of the finger, you mean?
Yeah.
Possible.
I don't think it matters. Let's just go.
Flip Flop, do you have anything that could make me invisible?
Make the finger
Not
visible.
at the moment. I'm still looking for those sort of scrolls to study.
Okay.
I think left to do is just wing it if Mint's coming with us, and if not, then
Look,
no foul.
I don't know where Rizu is anymore. Last I heard, he was in Samarkand, but perhaps I should level with you guys too. It might be dangerous if we meet Rizu. He might immediately attack us, or something I'm carrying.
Yeah, I think both of us may be carrying something that is not ideal for him. Should we save him for the later? There's 2 other places we could go.
Oh.
But we need more information on the other one. If you said Zavin, if you said that there was another one, but you can't remember where, we need to figure out where and go for that one first.
I mean, again, if that's the case, I could just go in myself and I can get more information. Like, you two might be carrying something dangerous, but I don't have anything that they have or need.
Yep, neither do I.
Zevin's just like, I am dangerous. Like,
I am.
Okay.
Dangerous to himself, maybe. Yeah.
How can we stay within earshot so we can at least hear what's going on?
I mean, I can send Flapjack with him.
Yeah, do that.
Perhaps Dunby, you go with Zevin, and Min and I will.
Sure. I've got nothing to hide.
Where should we travel to, Min?
We should look around the shops, I think. Make it less inconspicuous.
Did you perhaps want to pay a visit to the scribes?
Yeah. We might as well do that. As long as you can still stay in earshot of your friend. Flapjack. I couldn't fucking remember his name for a minute. I was like, your friend.
It's the pancake.
Yeah, the pancake.
Yeah, the
Pancake's easy to remember.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping and praying that Dunby just doesn't do anything stupid when we meet.
I'm gonna pick all the rich people's pockets.
Yeah, Dunby should come with us, and Zevin can take Flapjack, and we'll just walk around and shop.
And it's like, I just have my character on standby right now. There we go.
So Zevin, you're going into the Pyramid of Rizu, correct?
Correct.
And Dumby is going with you?
No.
They
No.
I don't know.
Or Zevin is going by himself?
With
Yeah,
Flapjack,
yes.
so we can still hear.
Yeah, he's gonna go with Flapjack.
Then we're gonna stay within running distance in case we need to just haul ass,
Okay.
you know.
With my -3 intelligence.
Sending
Let's
in Zevin. Okay. Zevin, though, you remember, though, before you leave, like, you're like, almost forgot, like, she wanted to meet you all.
Oh, right. Dunby, get over here. I do need you.
Yeah, see? You need me to pick their pockets, right? So that we have
I
enough
need
money
you
to
to
get
be
their
the-
magical weapons.
I need you to be the person that counts as the group, because I did say group.
Perhaps we should all just go and roll the dice, as it were.
Yeah. Yep, I'm just going to maintain the
Composure?
stature of a guardsman to you, Flip Flop. As I
Fine.
literally fucking look like one, so.
Zevin, what bullshit lies did you tell these people? Because we're still running on this royalty story here.
The only thing that I told them was the fact that we just got here today, the fact that I'm with a group, and the fact that I'm a sellsword. That's kind of it.
That's perfect. Good
Okay,
on
that
you. You
that's
did well.
I don't see a lie in these two truths and a lie, so we're good.
You did very well. Good job, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all just going in.
You guys walk into the mighty palace, the Temple of Rizu, which stretches into the sky. As you approach to the main gates, they let you in. They escort you to a room within the fine palace, just on the lower levels. Let me pull up the ambience.
That's
Gar.
not on the that's not on the tail spar or anything, right?
Nope, we're just kind of in theater of the mind, guys. I don't know where this story's going. I don't know what you guys are gonna do.
At this point, we're just
Yeah, how many wrenches have we thrown?
At this point, we're just winging it.
Hey, I was for going to Samarkand and killing Rizu and
Well,
taking his
it's
stuff.
not there anymore, so we're gonna work with what we got.
Oh, you've
It's
arrived.
not there.
You've arrived.
Hello.
Who's this person?
I'm surprised you did not bring. I thought these are your sellsword companions. She is a
Correct.
dwarven woman. She is. Did I
Type 7.
I did not link her. Let me link her picture here. My
Does
name-
she
For
have a
hotness?
beard? Does she have a beard?
I was gonna ask that. She does!
This was the picture that came up.
Oh, it's fucking terrifying.
Ooh,
You know what? I still
like
go
your-
for it.
I
God
like
damn
your
it.
eyes. I like your eyes in particular.
I have negative
Your eyes are
3
so bright.
intelligence.
Yeah, you right.
Is that like a any hole's a goal intelligence, that sort of thing? Like, just-
I don't know what's hot and what's not. I don't know what's good.
Okay, are we standing around or have we sat at a table or
Of course,
something?
there's like cushions and things like that. Slaves are bringing out like hors d'oeuvres and so on. And like
Okay.
little things of fruit. One of them is nearby fanning you guys.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
took
stand
my,
to the back. Flip flop, what is your dominant hand? Is it your right or left?
my right.
Right, I'm gonna stand at his left side.
I asked the slaves to do a lot of stuff because it's fun.
I've always got my staff in my left hand, but my dominant hand's always free.
Gotcha, okay, so.
What is your
Flip!
What is your price?
A price?
Yes, your price. What are you looking for? Where are you wanting to go? Rizu
don't
needs
know,
many sellswords to fight his wars.
This is
He
this
wants
is
he wants
the
to be
caravan.
hired
He's
as a mercenary.
Can you tell us more information about these fingers that you mentioned before?
Rizu
thing-
wants these fingers, apparently.
Well, then tell us where to go get them.
Well, he knows. The fingers, he say, call out to one another. Looking always to find one another.
Well, how are we supposed to find one without one already?
That is true. Make a deception roll.
Woohoo. Fuck.
What if we cut
Oh,
off?
don't fuck up!
Please don't.
Oh, don't fuck up!
We just
That
got
is
here.
a 14.
Oh,
Oh,
What if we cut
That's-
off Seven's finger?
That's
and
run
give
of the
it to his
mill.
face?
Let me pull up this creature.
Oh shit.
creature. Aw, fuck.
creature.
Oh shit.
Oh, as soon as he says creature, fuck.
It's a pseudo dragon.
This is like a deep was it a DMPC?
It's like one of. It's like a familiar. It's an imp. It's a quasit.
I don't
It's-
like that sound.
Well, actually, it's an intelligence roll. I'll keep the roll I rolled, then add a modifier. Huh. You have not heard of the legend of the fingers, have you not?
No.
I mean,
we
I've
don't-
got these
we don't-
fingers, but
No,
It seems.
I've heard of the thing. I've heard of the finger of Vecna.
they've been told to be quite legendary. It's
Flip flop, shut the.
I've heard of the finger of Vecna. I've heard of the finger of death.
There
Before
are.
you ask, yes, they are like this normally.
Ah, yes, I understand what you mean. Well, finding good men is hard to supply it, and all the mercenaries are being hired by the Genie King. Eventually, the armies will march south to Nistapur and conquer the kingdom. Every item is being scoured to the land, looking for the fingers and other items of Rizu.
And do you have any information on where we may find one of these fingers to earn the favor of Rizu?
Or
It
get
is-
paid.
Rizu is able to scry on the king north of here, across the sea. Apparently, there is a king in the king of Stormbrook, who has just been kinged himself recently. And he has 2 fingers, apparently. Rizu will pay you a... Sorry?
Sorry, this may be a dumb question, but how did he lose his fingers in the first place?
I do not understand your question.
I don't think that those kind of fingers, Dobby.
Okay.
The king of Stormbrook apparently has 2 fingers, though, and we are paying a handsome sum. The Merchant Guild is backing Rizu. Or if you back the winner of the wars, you are the winner yourself, no?
Well, of course, I heard you. Well, I heard Rizu has now toppled Samarkand.
We have put a bounty on this lord. 100,000 gold, but you must bring us the fingers.
I see no reason not to.
So we'd to sail across the sea and get these fingers. Are there none here in this land that we can acquire before we sail?
There is another finger rumored. It is in the Isle of Cholt, southwest of here. You will have to travel across the desert to reach it.
Ah, Chol. Right, that was the place.
Chol.
A place scarred by magic long ago. We do not speak to the Choltians there. They have their own merchants. But one day Rizu will reach there.
Perhaps we could scout ahead, as it were.
So let me take a look at how much for that one. 50,000 gold if you find it and bring it.
The one finger?
Of course. 50,000 gold per finger.
Well, if we're successful, of course we'd make that trade.
And what titles do you ask for such favors and generosity as well? The Genie King can grant you any wish.
Well, of course I already hold nobility, but if I'm to be a part of his course, then I'd be respected like no other.
And what land and what lands do you have? And what titles do you have?
I'm a lord of Gedon, up in Orin.
Make a roll, a deception roll. She's heard of it.
Why didn't you just say Why didn't you just say you're Lord of Samarkand?
You
Oh,
could
I
have
thought I was gonna
lied.
roll. Oh,
Fucked up.
You could have
That's
lied
cocked.
with anything.
that looks so cocked.
She's like, aha. And what is a lord doing fighting?
I never said I was fighting. I'm simply traveling. These are my cell swords, as it were, and my personal bodyguard here. As I gesture to Min. I have my sea captain and my cell sword, as you met earlier in the ring.
Good, eh?
Yes, we're the Lord of the Rings. We're the Lords of the Rings.
I point to Ulumar and say, "This is a new companion. He's still learning the trade in the city marks."
He's still mourning.
Unfortunately, the king and queen and the sultan and the queen fled from Samarkand. They're fleeing in the desert. 10,000 gold for their heads.
You like heads a lot, don't you? You want fingers and heads, body parts.
What if by chance we pertain gain information on their whereabouts, would that entail 5,000?
The whereabouts are unknown. We cannot scry on them. The rumor is they've traveled south from Samarkand to where we do not know. Beyond that,
So
No,
northwest from here, perhaps.
we already have bands out looking for them, but our army is recouping and traveling south to Nistapur. It is only a matter of time before Rizu takes hold of all the Vagrax.
And of course, we're here to aid Rizu do exactly that. And of
There-
course, to gain his favor.
There are even rumors of the elves stirring to the east, acquiring many ships to try to assault us.
Elves.
Yeah, she is. Sorry. Sorry.
Hey, what's with you and elves anyway?
It's all good. My dwarf friend here, he has a grudge, an axe to grind, if you will, with elves.
They say the Lich King and his queen are now there, ruling the Isles. It is beyond the haunted Isles, though. Rizu will one day go there, but not now. It's not in our plans.
So, in the fingers, is the middle finger more powerful than the index finger, for example?
I don't know.
My lord.
She doesn't flinch at all by your joke at all. She's pretty serious. I'm a lady.
I was talking to Casper.
Okay, sorry.
Is his guard to be like,
Yes.
may
Of
I
course.
speak, my lord?
Of course, you may speak freely here.
If you all wish to be in favor of the King Rizu, it may be a good move to head south. You said southwest to, how do you say, Chult? For him?
Chasing this finger, it would be worthy to. It would be a worthy conquest to prove our loyalty to Rizu, would it not?
There was one that we sent off west onto the swamps not too long ago. They traveled and ventured there and defeated a dragon who had come into possession of one of the fingers. Rizu, of course, grants a wish to those who get the fingers as well. And you may wish for anything. For those who serve Rizu are great indeed.
Of course.
Well, before we actually take up on this quest to find said fingers, is there anything negative or positive that we should know upon if we were to discover or find them?
Let's just go find them, man.
I don't know. I do not question the Genie King.
It's a genie king, so we take his lamp, we stick him in the lamp, and then we, take his stuff.
I've heard rumors his lamp is in a pyramid somewhere.
We
Where did you hear that?
Just in my travels. Of course, I told you I'm a lord. I know many people.
It is a lie. The Genie has no master. He serves only the darkness now.
Absolutely.
The darkness
out of
is his
character.
master.
Out of character. Darkness.
Go ahead,
Another
Dumby.
darkness. No. I was just gonna say out of character that hey, think about. Don't you have a lamp, Casper?
That's like as deep as possible.
I
in
just
my
can't do
mind.
Then, can, by your permission, so that we may present it to Rizu, or you might present it to Rizu on our return, may we have a form of a chest to carry these fingers for when we come back?
We thought the last war could always It killed off all the good warriors, dwarf. I'm glad we just found you. To maybe find these fingers for us. Which one will you go find? You will just have to gather the fingers and bring them here.
Muted. Flip up. Oh.
Shit. Nope.
Nope, you're not.
I saw how you slayed the meat eater down there. He cut down 10 of the horsemen of Samarkand.
Oh, really? I thought he was just one of the infantry of your group.
He was just a guy that eats meat.
I thought he was just a bench warmer.
I only employ the best as my entourage. We'll earn the favor of Rizu. We'll hunt down these fingers.
Which one?
We shall head to Cholt.
You will head across the desert?
Of course. Nothing we haven't done before, right?
Correct.
That is correct, my lord.
Good luck. What should I
You
call
will
you?
need luck.
And
But with the seal of the sea, no less.
Not too much ocean where you're going.
Sea of sand.
Then perhaps we will
True.
conquer the sands as a part of Ryuzu's land.
Thank
for
you.
Rizu.
For Rizu. The Genie King.
Drink to that.
She says, bring us out some refreshments then. The slaves come out bringing some refreshments. You guys all kind of drink amongst one another. And she departs from the chamber. Do you guys stay here or do you guys leave? Or what do you do?
We're going to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible.
Can I look around? Can I look around the chamber if there's anything valuable?
No!
No.
Nope. Flip flop, you and I are just heading right the fuck out.
Grabbed him.
I'm going to grab him and be like...
Dumby, Flip Flop kind of catches you before you get yourself into trouble. Flip Flop, as you're walking out, you hear like the pyramid is still being built upon. This giant monstrosity, like there's giant logs like being shifted from one end to the other as these pillars are being done. People are being lashed and pushed as these giant bricks are being pulled up the mountain. Or the mountain, which is a pyramid, essentially.
I forgot. We could have asked for camels.
What do you guys
We have
do?
the funds for camels.
You guys are back in the town. You guys are back in
We're
the
not
square.
asking for anything. We just sold our reliability. We don't need to ask for anything from them.
All right.
Yeah.
We I don't know. It's strange. Perhaps we should start a revolution one day.
You guys are
One
back
day.
in the square.
See, didn't I do? I did good.
You did good. You did good. We have the information we need now.
Revolution means we're coming back, right?
Well,
Eventually.
Yep.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully not soon enough. Let's get what we need and get out of here.
Dumby talks about revolution, and up on, as he's like looking around, the eclipse is totally past, right? And Dumby, you see like smoke on top of the, on the pyramid, right? You hear a scream.
Barbecue.
Someone is thrown over the ledge, burned alive.
It's a sacrifice. Okay.
no, I think that's a rebellion, and that's what happens to people that rebel.
That failed.
Isn't it a sacrifice?
Could be both.
Well,
I don't wish
These
to
are
stay
hot.
around long enough to figure that out.
Maybe
I
they
agree
failed
with
an
him.
offering.
I don't know. We should rest up the night and perhaps acquire some, like 2 camels and a carriage. Was it we were after?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I know I wanted to head to Samarkand, but if that place has been leveled, then the person I was looking for, she would have gotten out of there.
Yeah, but if
We'll
it's
find-
leveled,
we'll
can
find your
get some-
daughter.
We can get some clues, even if it's leveled, couldn't we?
If it's the power that I think he has, I don't think there's much left of it.
Yeah, it's in the opposite direction to Cholt now. Anyway, I think that's where we should head. Unless we
Alright.
unless we try to find these disgraced king and queen, the disgraced sultan.
We may come across them on the way.
I
They
mean,
did say south.
Yeah, they said that Chult was its own free nation at the moment. Maybe that's the last standing location.
I think it's possible.
Chult is an island, right? You said.
I've never been this far south, so I have
Maybe you shouldn't have
no
sold
idea.
the ring of swimming, because if we're going to an island, we have to go through water.
No,
And
it's
men
through the
can't
desert.
swim.
Down through the desert. It's
You can always hop onto our backs because we can swim, even though we're small.
Yeah.
A massive armor. Yeah.
perhaps I should have invested in water breathing instead. It's-
Probably.
Yeah, I can carry you and swim as both at the same time. That'll be fine.
So, what are we doing then? We're going to Chult? What's in...
We need to get supplies right now. If I would like to go pray.
And I'm gonna lay down.
Yeah,
back
you need some
back
rest.
to the liquid genie then.
Yes.
Okay. So Min wants to go pray. Dumby, what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, we can't really do anything.
You guys
We're
can
just-
find the camels.
You want to go buy some camels? The camels
Yeah,
are
Dumby.
the camels are 100 gold each.
And
Oh
then
shit, that's cheap.
We wanted a carriage as well, so 2 camels and a carriage
A cart.
or a wagon.
A
This man's
cart.
trying to sell it so hard.
So here's the camels. So how I do camels and creatures, basically you would add them, and the camel's strength is like basically how much it can carry, right? You guys can buy the sacks and so forth if you really want to be technical about it. But basically the camel acts as like a creature which has a strength score. The strength score acts as its carrying capacity if you want to carry items on the camel. Or you just
We
want to
just-
ride the camels.
I think
Sure.
we just need to ride the camels. right?
So we have 5 players, right? So you need 500 gold to buy everybody a camel.
Well, I thought the idea was we get 2 camels in a cart and we just ride in the cart with the camels leading it.
Or 2 people can sit on the camels and then they can pull
And
the
then
cart.
And then some in the cart.
The cart
Yeah.
is 15 gold.
Is 15.
15
Well, how
gold.
big is
Well,
it?
It's 30. I mean, the cost is 15.
Yeah.
The cart can carry 200 pounds.
So,
Yeah,
the
easy.
Alright.
Now, it would be really
'cause-
cool if the centaurs were like,
Let me see what a wagon is. A wagon
Yeah,
is
the
a little
wagon.
bit. The wagon is bigger. It's 70 gold for the wagon. That can carry
Yeah.
400 pounds.
Yeah, let's get the wagon and the camels.
We'll get a wagon.
Yeah.
So that's 270 gold.
Yes, but remember the camels
Okay.
have strength scores, and let me see. I don't have it to where I can click it, but their strength score shows how much they can drag. And the dragging
Okay.
thing is like based on how much strength and stuff they have. If we need to retcon it, we will.
Okay.
Alright. Don't worry, guys. I can
They have a strength of
Zevin, Flip Flop, and Dunby go and buy camels and a wagon. Someone has to add it to the sheet or something. Casper's doing it.
I'll add it.
Cool. Min goes and prays. Where do you go pray at, Min?
In the room that we rented, or the room that I have.
Okay. Who are you praying to?
Just anyone that'll listen.
You reach out into the void, and you don't know who would answer you.
Ask for Lunir. There's apparently some guy
Are you
named
trying to
Seth.
cast a spell or anything? Because I know there's like a few cleric spells which you can cast that can try to reach out and speak to gods. Trying to do that?
No, she's trying to do it right now without any magic. To
I'll
do
allow
it
you to
like
do it.
organically.
I'll try to have you do it once per day. And again, the same type of roll. If you just like randomize it, it could be someone good or bad.
It's a
No, roll
D20,
goes in.
right?
So you have to roll less than a 5, it'll be bad. Greater than a 20, it's good. Or I'm just greater than a 15.
Well, we have a 5.
Oh, shit.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You don't try to reach out to any bad god in particular.
Nope, anyone's gonna listen.
Okay.
Roll the dice, my guy.
What kind of deities are there? Is it Forgotten Realms deities? I forgot.
Nope.
No, he's got his own pantheon. It's on the
Yeah.
Zin website. Idris would be fun. A cleric of Idris. No, I'm kidding. What do you? Yeah, I don't know. Is there like something we could roll for it? How many bad gods do you have?
Let's go find the pantheon. I'm gonna find it.
I'll let you roll another d20.
Okay.
If you roll
What if it
near
ends
the
up?
top, if you need to roll the top, like to the 20, it's more neutral. If you roll very low, it's very bad and evil.
What if it was
Ooh,
like one of
it's a 20! Hooey!
You hear in a voice back in your head. Yes, child.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's the sound
Finally.
of a woman.
Is it Avris? No, she's... Wait, isn't Avris good? Neutral. She's neutral, I think.
Where do you go? What do you seek?
I seek guidance. I am lost.
Your heart is shrouded in darkness.
I had no choice.
There's always choice. For many throughout the world have said, I have always just followed it because of this. Their parents, or their rulers or kings. But they are people unto them own. And so are you. And that is why you've reached out to me. Is it not?
It is. I was thrown into this path of absolute darkness that I never wanted, and I didn't think I ever wanted.
I see the vision of like a symbol being formed. It's in like the sand and circles and so forth. She says, you will travel for me and serve me then, will you not?
I will.
You must travel west to the pyramids.
West of the pyramids.
The symbol forms and begins to form like the circle completes and it forms a triangle. A dash of the circle in the middle of it. Like the circle, and then there's a triangle in the circle. And across the middle of the circle, a line forms. You will travel to the pyramids. Rizu's lamp is in there. You will free it from its master.
I thought Rizu didn't have a master.
Every genie
Is
has a
it-
master, do they not?
As far as I know. But
Every
it can't
servant
be...
has a god to worship, do they not?
Does he worship her? Fool?
Rizu is one of the generals of Bul long ago. Now Bul has gone silent, as you can tell.
I know. These fingers. Rizu's after them. I can destroy them so that she can never come back.
The voice goes silent.
To find Rizu's lamp. I will go. But who do I call you?
Ah, there we go.
The sound of the drums and the music begin to overtake your silence, and you commune with some being from beyond. All that's left is the symbol you see. That you remember now, in the blackness of your mind's eye, drawn within the sand of time. You guys meet up. I'm assuming everybody kind of meets back up together. You guys have the camels, the wagon, and everything. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna lay down.
I don't know, do
In
we-
real life.
Zevin's like, I'm tired.
Do we spend
My
one more
foot's
night
fractured
here,
and
or-
everything.
Yeah.
Feeling
No,
myself.
Zevin. Oh no, Zevin. Yeah, still exhausted. It's about.
Yeah.
I have it as about. Let me look at the time. It's a little bit after the noon because you guys woke up at 7.
Yeah.
It's right now almost noon. What do you guys do? We have 10 minutes left.
I don't know.
Oh,
Do
sorry.
we rest for the night and then head off in the early morning? Or
I'm for that.
I say so, yeah.
Do we want to rest for the night?
yeah.
I'm gonna drive the camels because I'm such a good driver. I have excellent animal handling.
Is there anything I can draw that symbol on? Like,
I've
in
linked
real-
it in. I've linked it in.
I have parchment.
It's like burned into your like mind's eye, really. Like I've linked it in Discord.
Okay.
It's something you know. You know. What do you want to do about it, man?
I mean, I have parchment, man.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna go to
Flip-flop.
Casper and be like, can I have a parchment?
This is
And some ink.
I need paper. Like,
I talked to a god again. And I know that's weird, but I've been without a god for so long. I need to write down her symbol before I forget it. Even though I know it's burned in my head, I need to write it down.
fair. Just I suggest in these parts, be careful who you show it to. And I slide a, I pull out like a piece of parchment and some ink out of my bag and give it to her.
Draw the symbol down.
Gonna write it down and then
Yeah.
probably like just shake my head thanks and then go back in the room and kind of just sit there and look at it again on the floor, trying to reconvene with her.
Make a religion roll to identify the symbol, right?
Goddess.
It's a 22.
Oh, one time.
One time.
Everybody gets one.
Could be the goddess of Rohina. Goddess of wisdom.
Oh,
Ooh-wee.
You know, I didn't choose a deity yet, but I think I'm going to choose
You probably should.
somebody funny.
a trickster god, like
The god Dumby serves the god Yagi. The god of partying.
Oh, there you go.
debauchery.
Yagi, the god of wine.
Yeah,
I was-
there you go.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay.
I'm a paladin person.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
I'm just on the
Are
floor.
we resting here or are we like
Yeah.
taking off?
I think we're resting.
Yeah,
We're
Okay.
still we're gonna rest until what? I say we could probably leave at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, leave like early morning.
Mhm.
Get the fuck out of
Casper
here
makes
before-
it.
Road trip.
Casper makes an insight roll,
Oh shit.
right? As you guys are thinking about waiting around.
That's a 4.
I
No,
have.
no.
I'm
One other person can roll.
proficient
If
in
they're,
insight.
yeah, roll it one more time.
I'd say 26.
That's so much better.
Min,
Oh,
the
your
problem
roll was
is
good.
just like the corruption of the finger around your own neck. Every day it reaches out to the other fingers. There's always a risk that the fingers touch you in some way, and the others will know about you and feel your presence, including Rizu or the king of Stormbrook himself,
Oh shit.
who's already
Yeah.
apparently has 2 fingers himself. Every day that is wasted is a day of risk. But not
Damn it,
only
Ian.
that,
Okay.
well, I mean, you rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
The other problem, too, is that Zevin has told you that the armies of Rizu are marching around, and that it's only a matter of time before he sacks more cities.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Zevin able to rest on the way?
Yeah. It's a
He's going to be in the
wagon,
wagon.
right? Can he
Yeah, 'cause
fall
he
asleep
can
in the
sit
wagon?
in the wagon. Yeah, you can sleep in the wagon. I guess we could
I
just
got a
take
bedroll.
turns.
You're fine.
And
Take
I don't,
turns riding it. Yeah.
well, tell you, I'm on the floor. I don't really need a bed.
I don't want, like, the exhaustion mechanic to, like, cripple you guys, like, hugely. Remember, we have the medicine check, too. It's just a DC 10. So someone has
Oh,
to
yeah.
just do a medicine thing for a few hours.
All right.
Okay.
It also, like,
wait,
buffs the
medicine.
medicine skill that's not used very much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Are we
You're
heading
gonna have to
west
get-
then? Where are we going west? Are we just randomly heading into the desert, guys?
We're going to Cholt.
That's another thing.
Yeah, we need
I'm
a
gonna
map.
pull everyone into one room. We're gonna just squish. I'm assuming these rooms aren't that big, so like 5
You're
people in
the
a
inn.
room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
What are you guys planning
Get all
to do?
like close and. So I'm gonna smack the paper down on whatever table is near me or whatever, and look at all of them and be like, "We need to go to the pyramids.
Ha!
We
I
can
told
stop."
ya.
I know. We can stop the greater. We could. There's more that we can do by going to the pyramids first.
Like,
Getting Rizu's lamp.
But I already have a lamp, and I put the lamp down too. And then I'm like, we should talk about it on the way.
you mean the lamp that you lied earlier to us about not having?
What lamp?
He didn't lie to me.
What lamp? No, we need.
He
If
didn't
we
lie
can
to me.
stop Rizu, we can get that finger from him, and then get the one from Cholt.
We need his middle finger, especially.
I don't know.
We
what
need
got.
him. We need him and the power of his armies. Because if we need to get control of Ian, if we need to go against Ian Parnish, this man's got a whole city. He's a whole king, and we're what, 5?
That's why I thought we should go to Cholt and then back here. And
I
then
like
deal
those
with
odds.
I didn't want to take.
No,
Rizu on-
7. This is why you keep getting hurt.
What'd you die to? The meat butcher guy? Like,
I think we do need to go to this. It's southwest. I mean, we head west and we head south. That's how we get to Cholt.
Hmm.
So we have to
That's
go
what-
west on the way. Let's go west to the
Alright.
Sounds good to me.
pyramids.
Let's-
I don't know
let's-
who. I think it's just a who do we piss off first? The people in Cholt or the people or Rizu?
I've never heard of Cholt, so I would rather not piss them off on my first go there.
How would we piss them off?
But Rizu, every day we spend waiting, or every day that we're here and not having control over him, the finger can touch with this one, and they can link and they can
We're too
see each other.
We're too close to him. We need to get rid of him.
Exactly.
I don't like the guy anyway. He's putting.
Yeah, no,
He's
he
putting too
sounds
many
kind
in
of like a
there.
bitch. So let's just get him. Let's go from first.
Quick question before we take the camels
Maybe we
out.
can take control.
Who
of the
knows how to
merchants.
actually drive a camel? Because
I
I
do.
can.
It's
'Cause I
riding.
can. Yeah.
gotta-
You need
we
to
gotta-
sleep.
We got a
Shut
couple
up.
days to figure that out.
And we need to
I
just
have,
keep
I have
going.
animal handling. I have a proficiency in animal handling. I don't know why people don't believe me. I
Okay,
have
so
animal
that's-
handling as a proficiency.
Dundee has the weirdest proficiencies, like just random shit. Like,
So I didn't make it clear enough with the woman where Cholt is exactly. Cholt is not on this continent. You have to travel across the desert,
Right.
then go north through the mountains. It's on the
Yeah.
forgotten Isle of Fandriel.
Oh.
It's the floating island out there.
oh,
It's
Yeah.
in Orin.
Okay. yeah. So we go west, and then we deal with Rizu, and then we travel to Orin because
The mountains though, over there. All right.
Well,
all right, love.
at least
You can
we'll
get us
this
through the
continent
mountains,
on it.
but we
Yeah.
need to get through here first.
Each hex
least we can
represents a
get
day's
this
travel by foot.
Yes.
Unless it's like treacherous terrain, traveling over the dunes, especially with camels, you travel at probably double speed.
Mhm.
So you could reach the pyramid in 2 days.
Good, let's do that.
We got plenty of rations now, so sounds good.
All
We're heading to the pyramid.
To the pyramid.
Cool.
I jump
Dumby,
in
you
the-
finally get to go to the pyramids.
And I'm driving the camels because I'm animal handling.
Did
I
you guys
just
have
jump
fun?
in the- I
Yeah.
jump in
That was
the
good,
wagon.
that's good.
I'm just like, well, see you guys in 2 days.
God now.
But, I have animal handling and survival.
I think
Cool.
Zevon's got the survival over you.
Yeah. Strangely enough.
Let's hope is okay and he can make his way back to the game. Slash
Yeah, he said
from
he said something about his kitchen.
The
Ulamar.
kitchen.
The kitchen.
Poor Ulamar. Always cooking up something.
Cooking Kentucky Fried Chicken.
So, while Okay, how am I trying to say this? So while we're leaving,
Yes.
I kind of wanted to.
What do you want to do with me? You guys, I'm assuming you've gathered that you guys have decided to leave and you were heading west towards the pyramid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
What do you want to say, man?
I think Min's gonna try to, like, she put the little paper in like her pocket right here, and then she's gonna like put her hand over where she put the paper and kind of just say, Rahina, we're going to the pyramids as you instructed, and then see if she answers.
You want to see if Rohina answers you?
If she answers, yep.
You have to say a prayer of some kind, so...
The wind blows through your hair.
Yes. I would say you have to make a religion roll.
Okay. Oh, it's a 9.
Not high enough, unfortunately. No response.
Not again!
Gods require...
Gods
require, like, you know, proof and service, like, duty and things like that. Like, that's what paladins are all about. And, like, just because you've changed your way for one day, you know, does not bring the ire of the gods, you know, or the attention of the gods fully upon you. You have to prove it. That's what you want.
Right.
To actually draw their attention.
Yes.
And serve them and basically be what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You have fun, Dumby?
Yep. I had a ball.
You need to have Ulma here so you two can crack jokes back to one another the whole game.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I have to head off, but
Cool.
it was a fun, fun
I'm
time.
off.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, keen.
Yeah.
Bye.
And they go into the pyramid.
I know, right?
Yeah. I put down,
Okay, bye.
I put down Yagi.
Bye.
Yagi as the god, so that we can go drinking.
That's cool. I like it. I had this father in the last game, Dumby, who served the god of Yagi, who actually married actually the king of Stormbrook. And one of the previous player characters that he killed, he turned her into a zombie bride, kind of. And the father actually served Yagi. He came out and was just like drinking and having a blast.
Okay.
He just got shit-faced.
Vecna showed up on, what is that new TV series? What is it?
Yes.
What the heck is it? Stranger or something?
Stranger Things, yes.
Right? I didn't see it, but you know, it's something interesting.
My wife and I are watching it. What they've done is D&D, the guys over there, they're bandwagoning it, you know? So, did you ever, in the first season of Critical Role, actually, Matt Mercer played Vecna. And that was their, like, super big bad at level 20.
Okay.
He's like the super bad necromancer guy. He's like always trying to become a god and stuff like that.
Yeah, I never actually used Vecna in any campaign. That's one of those weird things that I've never done.
I don't think they have a stat block for him because, again, he was from the Greyhawk setting, which was under Gary Gygax. That was Gary Gygax setting. And how the lore was is like he had like a bodyguard or whatever named Cass that killed him with this sword, this really powerful sword. I think it's actually called, I don't know if it's called the Sword of Cass. Let me look it up. I know what it actually is. There's actually an adventure module. Let me take a look.
There's a stat block for him in something.
Yes, it's called the Sword of Cass.
There's a supplement book called the Shadowfell book or something, and there's a stat block for Vecna, actually. I saw it somewhere, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play him. I mean, they have other super powerful necromancers stat blocks in there, or super powerful liches like Vecna in there. And like I said, Matt Mercer played Vecna. He had 5 legendary resistances. So it's pretty cool. I've also seen where they reworked legendary resistance. And one rule that they do, which is really cool, is they basically use an action point system, like what your D&D is going to use. And instead of using legendary resistance, they spend 2 action points. I'll see you later, Zevin. They spend 2 legendary 2 action points, and they resist it. They resist a spell using 2 action points. And how the action point system works is every creature gets 3 action points, but legendary creatures get 1 action point of the per party member minus 1.
Sure.
So say there are 4 party members, that's 3 action points. 3 extra action points in total. And the thing I do with legendary creatures the way I've done it, because to have the DM run a creature that has legendary actions and then also like regular action and then discern between these all, I don't do that. So the way I do it, I simplify it. All legendary creatures have all those abilities, and they just use action points. And as their legendary action pool, they can use any one of those actions. Between one and two action points.
You mean like a sorcerer's pool kind of thing?
A little bit. So it's a buff to legendary creatures for sure. It gives legendary creatures way more. First of all, it simplifies it because it makes sure that legendary creatures are buffed up. Because legendary creatures, by most of the time, are just underpowered. And so, for instance, like now layer actions are totally different. A layer action is like a creature you can't attack. And those get, usually their layer actions only up once per round at initiative count 20. And they cannot be repeated. But it's basically how it would work is they're an extra creature which is invulnerable. So it's just like they can't be attacked or anything. It's like the layer of the creature. So let me give you an example with a creature I kind of know. Let's just use a dragon as an example. And a dragon is fighting 4 player characters. The dragon would have 6 action points. Well, and technically any legendary creature would have 6 action points. Now, some creatures have more than 3 action points, but generally not. And instead of using legendary resistance, they get to spend 2 action points to resist a spell. Now, I think it would still be it would still count as their reaction. You understand?
Sure.
So something like that, right? But in a way, and I've listened to other DMs talk about it too, and they've talked about, yeah, that's a good idea. What do you think? Do you like that idea?
I think that's a good idea. I think that's a great idea. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't really know what to do with legendary actions. It's a bit confusing anyway.
It's really confusing. That's the problem. And so what you do is
inspiration points as well. I mean,
you don't use inspiration.
That's what I'm saying. So
you don't. Well, I've used it briefly, but I've told players that they have it and they never use it. So it doesn't even really work. They don't really.
It's almost like bardic inspiration, but it's almost kind of like what do you call it? Redundant, right?
Bardic Inspiration is really cool, and it's one of those things where I've thought about the system and how to use it, and it's kind of one of those things where say you roll an attack roll with Bardic Inspiration or a saving throw, the player gets to choose if they ask. So every time they make a roll, how the logic works is the player would have to say, "Do I want to use my Bardic Inspiration?" So a decision tree essentially comes up for the player, and it slows down the game.
But isn't that the same with regular inspiration as well, or?
Inspiration, just regular inspiration, they roll. It's given out by the DM, and they roll with any roll essentially with advantage.
Okay, that's different. All right.
I mean, I've used even other systems where they use like fate points. So, like, basically, a fate point is where once per level they can auto roll a natural 20, and I got rid of that.
Is that from isn't there a game called Fate or something as well?
Yes, there is a game. There is a game called Fate. I don't know what it's about though. So again, it's another system I'd have to learn.
I can share that supplement of the Shadowfell with you, and you can take a look. I guess it's kind of interesting. I don't know what to do with it, to be honest with you. So anyhow, no, it's fun. It's good. It's good. At least we're getting to the pyramids.